And welcome. I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and you have found your way to 2PK Roleplay. We are so very glad you're here and hope you enjoy your stay. Over the course of the next several months, we will be playing our way through the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure module, Curse of Strahd. Time lost can never be regained. But when it comes to Barovia, once something is truly lost, retrieving it requires the blessing of the Count, and his blessings are few and far between. First and foremost, no attempts to make the story child appropriate have occurred. While necessary changes to the problematic elements in the material have been rewritten, this is still a dark and stormy gothic horror story. This actual play stream contains adult language, descriptions of violence, some light gore, scary images. As long as the party is in and around Vallaki, there will be the possibility of clowns. I suspect some dolls will be about this evening, and, generally speaking, a great deal of darkness. Our players are here to bring the light. Safety tools are in place for the players, but you, as a viewer, do not have such a luxury. If you know of any sensitivities to the listed topics, please keep a teleportation spell prepped and ready. Barring that readied action, kick back, relax, keep all heads, hands, paws, and paws inside the stream at all times. Slap that follow button to join the wonderful world of TPK roleplay games. Click the Discord link that will spontaneously appear in chat. I'm certain of it. And, above all else, be good. That's the rule. Be good. Now, I have specifically for a long time not defined being good. I've left it as this understanding that everyone is just going to do what they're supposed to do without having to have your hand held. But a friend of mine had some shit thrown in their stream the other day, so I want to be explicit about being good for a moment. Being good means no racism, no sexism, no misogyny, no transphobia, no homophobia, no bullshit. Grow up, be an adult, enjoy the game. If you bring any of that into our game, I want you to know something very clearly. All these players next to me, I love them dearly. They're my friends. We have fun together often, and I will always be there for them. So if you do anything to make them feel uncomfortable, you are not being good, and you are welcome to go. I want to make that explicit. That's what it means to be good. It's not our job to explain that to you. You just need to do it. So, that's the definition for be good if you've ever wondered. So keep that in heart and be good. Line item B2. With no other announcements in mind, you may not know these amazing players. So, let's change that. Everyone here will say hello, introduce themselves and their character, plug other shows or projects they're participating in, games they play, and what does your character want for Fantasy Midwinter Holiday? Start thinking of that now. We'll give just a little bit of time because someone has to go first, and we know who that someone is.
Volunteer!
In myth and legend, the rumor that only one may walk the land at a time is completely true. The ineffable, the unstoppable force, that is Niffer.
Hi, I'm Niffer, and all I want for Christmas is tools and for everyone to shut up and stay together like a family, damn it. Sorry, I had some feelings, apparently. Hi, I'm Niffer. I play Bright, the Tiefling Genasi Artificer, and I also am in a couple other shows here on TPK tomorrow and on Friday, so come see me and my friends again. And I'm also part of the Not Quite Heroes podcast, so you should come check us out with all of our different adventures there. I answered everything, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, cool.
Did you answer the holiday thing?
I did.
Very first thing.
And for all of y'all to just
Wait, what was it?
I just want us to be a family, okay?
Oh, okay. That's what the family. Okay, yep.
Yes.
Got you.
Anyways, yeah, and I got the session summary done before intros were done, so points to me.
What? I always believed in you. I knew it was just a matter of time.
I didn't.
Next, in the upper center row, eyes that shoot beams of light and dark, life and death, hate and love, a gaze which decides how much magic a room really needs. Behold, the Noir Enigma.
Hey, I'm Noir. I play all the games. You can find me tomorrow at my channel where I at twitch.tv/the Noir Enigma, where we have episode 3 of The Lonely Throne premiering. It's the penultimate episode, so I highly recommend you check that out. On Saturday, I have a charity stream, which I don't have too terribly much in the way of information on just yet. But I'll be playing with James Introcaso, the creator of Brightburn, and Gabriel, and Gabe James. Oh my God, Games Hicks. You know,
Gabe
it's Gabe.
James Games.
He's wonderful. That's the one. I can't talk.
You're welcome.
Today.
Got you.
I'll also be right here on TPK for Bards Refrain, GM by the wonderful Sarah Franco. If you're not familiar with Sarah Franco, you should give her a follow, because I just found out she only has like 100 followers on Twitter. What's going on with that? Fix that.
She's already up to 115 since posting that.
Yeah, there we go.
I love her. She's great.
And she's amazing.
She's
I play a bunch of other ones. City of Cats just premiered over on Cobalt Press today. That's another game that I'm GMing for their Kickstarter.
Did you say City of Cats?
Yes, City of Cats. I GM a game that's filled with genies and cats. So you should check that out over on Cobalt Press. They've got their Kickstarter going for it. It's a new system. It's a new campaign setting that they're running a Kickstarter for. So it's not out yet. So I get to actually create a story in a setting that's not available for purchase just yet, which is so much fun. Other than that, yeah, what Uther would want for his holiday is a magic axe that can kill vampires real good, and probably like a plainer place to put Toby and Lancelot while he's fighting, like Trinket had in Critical Role. That'd be dope.
I can literally make you both of those things. Be nicer to me.
He's only nice to you. And yeah, that's me. I don't think I've missed anything.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. In the upper right corner of our portraits, ever present, too often missed, cleaning up the mess you left over in the halls of our humble abode. It's Corndog McGraw.
Oh, I'm not good at cleaning up messes. I'm a person who makes them and walks away. Because I'm charismatic, so I can. Hi guys, I'm Corndog McGraw. I am here on Wednesdays every other week and here on Thursdays every other week. Is it Tiamat Thursday? Is that the hashtag?
Tyranny Thursday?
Tyranny Thursday. There we go. We don't know about Tiamat yet. What's that?
All we know is Tina.
Yeah, Tina Mott. So hi. And then I think what Ficus would like for the grand conjunction or whatever's happening in this winter time, Ficus would definitely be looking for, some armor class that also didn't impede upon her rogue-like abilities. She really wants to be able to take a hit, and right now she cannot. Either that or, more spells. Doing more magic would be cool too. But yeah, I think that's what Ficus would be interested in. Or to go really, really fast.
I can do
that. That would also be good.
What I'm hearing is that I'm Santa, because I can make all of this happen.
Yeah, but we have no time or money.
Yeah, that's true.
Santa DM isn't even taking notes. He's just letting everyone make wishes into the wind.
Oh, you're not going to give it to us?
Money,
we'll wait and see.
Money, please.
In the bottom right of your screen, from the darkest depths, his brain connected to the elder beings, seeking a taste of what's on your mind. It's 1 in 20. Indeed.
I mean, brains. Sure. That's fun. Yeah. So, hey, everyone. I'm Gregory, also known as 1 in 20 D&D. You can find me mostly on YouTube with that. And occasionally I even stream. Like last night, we had some fun playing Harpers of the Apocalypse, and it was a riot. I was afraid there was going to be a TPK last night, but they managed to avoid it so far. So 2 weeks from last night, we'll find out more. Just like 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be back here doing this amazing thing. So those are two things that I get to do. Other than that, I do a lot of stuff with the Dice Tyrants right now. So you can check me out over there playing all kinds of fun games. D&D, Aether Steamworks, and there's some cool superhero stuff coming up in about a minute. And I'm going to be on the Ateris podcast soon. So all kinds of fun stuff happening there. Here, I get to play Leaf in the Sunlight of Summer, who is a Tabaxi Ranger. And what Leaf would like very much, he would like to see the sun. Because he misses it already, and it's only been a few days.
It's a dim, somewhat lighter spot behind the clouds, I'm sure.
You got a sunbeam like yesterday.
There was a sunbeam. Yet earlier today, there was a sunbeam. Last but not least, one moment weakens iron, softens steel, and leaves you helpless under his feathered touch. Beware the hardened hunger of robotic gentlemen.
Hey guys, I'm Robotic. I'll be playing Soul of Lathander. I don't have any other games aside from this one. Try to, I gotta spend the rest of the free time raising my boys. I would say the one thing Soul wants is, you asked me that a week ago, it would have been able to teach these, been a priest at this orphanage, but I think now he just wants to sit down with the two angels that he just met and just absorb every little piece of knowledge that he could from them. I think that's, just like sitting down with dad, like, yes, that kind of thing.
So sweet, so beautiful. You may be the only one that, you may have the best chance of getting what you want for midwinter. Thank you for those wonderful introductions. Now, to help you pick up where we left off 2 weeks ago, we have the wonderful summary by the wonderful Nif.
And it was finished on time.
Yay!
So, yay! Session 14. The party encounters a difference of opinion and finally officially splits the party for 10 minutes. Leaf and Ficus and Soul all left for the second blood cult mansion basement that they wanted to destroy immediately, but Uther wanted to stay behind to protect Tobias and take more time, which was a very strange turn of character. However, he was talked into joining the party by Bright's power of family speech, which, sort of worked. Altogether, they sort of try to make a plan. No, just kidding. We all just broke in, tied up some servants, and just headed to the basement. It's fine. Which is full of skeletons. It's fine. Area of effect by both the ladies took care of a lot. Tip your waiters and thank your DPS. Chat once again made themselves useful with a deck draw for Ficus, who is now just awesome and maybe doomed. We love you. We found a secret wall with the cult working on a ritual, and we killed a lot, including an old lady, F in chat for Soul's first kill, and we discovered that our friend Yeshka was being magically siphoned of our youth. The session ended as we all contemplated arson.
That is a excellent summary as always, and that is exactly where we will pick up this evening, is in the basement of the Petrovna house. The party has just finished tearing up the summoning circle. Soul and Yeshka have wandered into the cellar to have their own brief time together. And the rest of you are still within, making a mess of this summoning circle. Soul, as you walk into the cellar, your warforged heart heavy with the reality of what just took place. Yeshka, looking at her hands, trying to piece together what happened, probably not fully understanding it. You glance up the stairwell, and you see one of the other servants, the valet that let you in for the very first time. He stands over David, who's at the top of the stairs, looks down at you, looks at David, slaps David on the head and says, Get up! Get the mistress's dolls! Let's leave! And you hear him run the rest of the way up the stairs, yelling, Amothea! Amothea! Get the dolls! Let's go! And you hear the thumping of feet.
They have an exit strategy?
They know what's up. Believe Soul's gonna ignore them. He's gonna just be glad the servant that he knocked out's okay. He's just going to make his way towards the orphanage, girl in hand, because as far as I know, I was still carrying her last time I checked.
So the two of you are kind of arm in arm. Yeshka is conscious. She appears to be about 40 years old right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know that she just left the orphanage at about 18 this morning. This was her first day on the job. So she's just kind of leaning on you for support. What are the rest of you up to?
Well, Leaf has a pretty high passive perception. Did he hear that shout or whatever it was from the hallway?
So the rest of you, you're not, it's not soundproof in here. You could hear the chanting when they were behind the door, and the door is open. So you all pretty clearly heard something along those lines.
So we're probably like going through the trying to destroy the summoning circle.
Yeah, this is
when
while
we hear
you
it.
were finishing destroying the summoning circle. You can hear. You heard
Okay.
it happen. You heard. No problem.
Did anyone else hear that?
Yes? What should we do?
Hang on. Leaf's going to use his ability to run really fast. Can I hurdle up over this banister here?
You can make an acrobatics check to attempt to without losing any movement.
Gladly. What? How?
So-
What? Okay, that was terrible. I rolled a 3 for +5 for 8. So apparently not.
So Leaf got perhaps a little too excited. You scrambled up to get over the top of that, and that consumes the rest of your movement.
So, that
And if you wouldn't
stinks.
mind, roll me a d6 as well.
Sure. There you go.
The skeleton hands come back.
No.
The rest of you.
That would be a 6.
Thank you. Right, Uther? Ficus?
I think Ficus, like, when Leaf turned to leave the door, like, it would have been, like, a glance, because she was molding earth and, like, just essentially having the bodies consumed by the dirt beneath the house. So she's gonna, like, look back. How does the pile of dirt look so far? Like, are the bodies, like, mainly buried or kind of buried?
Yeah, so every time you mold earth, you cover just a little bit of a body, and it takes, probably 10 rounds, like a minute or so, to finish covering bodies.
Ficus will look at Uther and be like, they're not gonna go anywhere, do you think?
Well, I can make sure that they can't.
Perhaps not. They are not really the guilty party here. Maybe just take the dolls away. That probably doesn't sound like a good idea.
I'm sure I'll be reasonable.
Okay, I'm holding your baby, so just keep that in mind.
What are the dolls, though?
So
It's like got a
Leaf
cracked
says
rib or
with a
something.
grunt from the crowd.
Did Ficus see the dolls when she was like creeping through the whole house?
Ficus did not see any dolls while creeping the house. I reviewed where Ficus went. Ficus saw no dolls.
Yeah, Uther's going to run up the stairs because he can make it that far, and I can make
Be a
it.
speedy boy.
I can make an athletics check if you need me to.
Yes, an athletics check when you get to the stairs. If you're gonna vault that, yes.
Yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics for this particular event. Either one's fine. Oh yeah, you hop up there without losing any speed at all.
All right. Now, who's this individual I see on the stairwell?
So that is Devit. That is the cook, and just as you turn the corner, he was standing up, like holding his head. I believe his hands were tied in some way, if I recall. So he's like trying to hold his head. Oh, what happened? Oh, as you come running toward him.
I'm just gonna kind of look at him. Are you going to sit still, or do I need to knock you out again?
I'm just a cook. No, don't hit me.
I also did the math, and Ficus could technically get up the stairs while going around rather than trying to do an acrobatics check with her dash, bonus action dash, and running.
Okay.
So she could just boop.
See.
Let's see. That was just.
I want to give finger guns as Uther intimidates the
Yes,
shit
good.
out of David. Just finger guns and like keep scurrying past.
In that case, I'm just gonna follow Fig. Because I can keep up with Fig up until the point that Fig uses her bonus action. At that point, Uther's dusty.
So, Ficus, go ahead and make an acrobatics check to dodge past this groggy fellow without running into him.
Excellent. I'm so good at that.
Or athletics if you want to go through him.
Hey, we just got 500 bits, y'all. And not only that, we have Uther gets an advantage roll. There is Rob
One for
gets
each of
a,
us,
or
except
Solaire
for-
gets a +2, as well as Bright gets a +2 from
And
all from
Corndog.
Kohlrabi. Thank you.
Is this for attack rolls?
Just in general to use. Just hold on to that number for you to use when you'd like. And Uther has a disadvantage to deal with.
Not corn dog, robotic. Sorry.
Disadvantage and advantage because there was a
And an
mistake made.
I atoned for my
Oh.
crimes. Like, you totally didn't mean to give him disadvantage the first time. Sure.
I see how it is.
So a good table has been added as well. So there's a couple things going to happen. One, the dodge, Ficus, you run into Devit instead of going past him.
I'm still gonna give
Tang-
him cool finger guns, even
Hey,
though I'm
you
like
giving
slammed
finger
into him. I'm
guns?
like, hey, buddy.
As you get tangled up in his legs and fall in a heap.
Yep.
I'm still going to leave you there. And then we need to roll on a good table. Noir only rolls for bad tables. So robotic, roll a D100.
Oh.
And while he is rolling that, if you are unfamiliar with good tables and bad tables, the tips, 15. The many ways to interact with the game, whether it is through channel points or tips or anything along those lines, feel free to throw those in. If you need a description, they are on the channel itself, just below. All right. A good table.
What'd we get?
Excellent. This will be fun. Robotic, go ahead and roll me a D6 as well.
Oh Lord, I don't like where this is going.
Oh, it's wonderful. 2, 1, 2, Uther. So, Uther, as you are getting ready to charge past this heap of David and Ficus at the top of the stairs, your heart is suddenly warmed for a moment, and then it
I
grows
don't like
cold.
it. I like that.
Like
And
the
there's a
warm embrace of death.
voice that enters the back of your mind, a voice that you've heard, a voice that you feel is one of an old friend, a voice that says, I've not felt you in some time. I hope you haven't lost your way. Have a gift for the next day. Anyone will believe anything that you say.
Ooh, that is
And
the
this-
wrong power.
This coldness
No.
sits in Uther's chest.
It is the wrong power to give him.
We are so fucked.
Fucked.
That's putting it nicely.
With great good tables comes great responsibility. So I hope that Uther uses this responsibly.
I mean, what I meant to say was, cool.
And Uther, I need another D6 for an unrelated purpose. Don't worry about this one at all. Nothing
Dope.
to be afraid of.
Okay, so how you feel about changing religions? I'm just kidding.
Another 6. All right, there we go. Soul, what are you up to down there?
I would say, let's see. Does
Ficus, you hear a door slam open.
Excellent.
does she look injured at all or anything like that?
She doesn't seem hurt or injured, other than very tired. Seems like she's trying to catch her breath as though she's run a marathon.
As
Okay.
if she aged several decades in a moment.
She aged several decades in moments.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if any of my paladin spells cure fatigue. That's what I was checking. No, I don't believe they do. Nope, because bless show enough don't. Let's say I'll just try anyway. I'll use let's say 5 points of my healing.
Okay.
Lay on hands. See if that helps.
You place your hands on her shoulders, and the warmth of your energy enters. She looks up at you, and she still seems tired, but she feels that compassion. She says, "Thank you for that. I don't know where to go now.
How
I don't know
about
what to do now."
How about you go home? You have people waiting for you. That's why we're here. Because your friend in particular would not give up on you.
I hope that Sister Belasco will take me back in. I hope losing the job didn't lose a place in my home.
No worries about that one, little one. Like I said, they're the ones who sent us after you. They await your return even now.
Thank you. She brightens just a little bit. Wouldn't have inspiration if you don't have it.
I think I got one saved from yesterday. 'Cause
The
wonderful fans.
leaf laying on the ground,
Yeah.
along with the pile of people in the stairwell. And Bright, are you going to do anything where you're at before we
I
get
have a
in?
baby and I'm keeping him safe.
Got it. The rest of you?
Is David conscious at this point?
David is conscious again, laying on the stairs, having been tripped up by Ficus, who tried to run past him.
Yeah, and he was bound, if I recall.
Yeah, at least his hands were tied. If it was his feet too, that probably explained why he fell over so easily.
He's also terrified of Uther.
He is
So
terrified of
that's good.
Uther,
Especially
but it wasn't
now.
Uther that knocked him down. So
I'm terrified of
I'm in your limbs.
get off of me!
Okay, bye.
What are the dolls they're talking about?
I'm the chef. Every once in a while, a doll used to come, but it's been a long time.
Leaf wants to run upstairs and try to find anyone else in the house.
As
Okay.
does Ficus with her menacing little daggers in each hand.
Okay.
Running
Uther,
with knives.
Please don't murder the help.
Please.
No
I just
intention
wanna
to.
s- I just want to speak to David real quick, if I could.
Okay.
Is there any chance you could tell me if you could put that good card in the Discord for a hot second? I just want to see that.
Oh,
I just want to talk.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk.
I will stick it in the stream here so everyone can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
Lord.
I will let Ficus, since she's in front of Leaf, go first, but he's going to be like hot on her tails.
Live in fear
Hot on
for the
her
rest
tail.
of the session.
It's like the PDF I'm pulling this off of does not let me do that. So,
Oh, bummer. I guess that he'll never be able to figure it out and cannot be trusted with that power.
Oh, we can always screen
Un-
cap it.
until a long rest is taken,
Mm-hmm.
all NPCs will think anything the character says is true.
NPCs. Woo!
Thank goodness.
Oh, Lord.
After this
Wow.
rest, the character will receive advantage on persuasion checks
So we need
until
to take a nap
the
right
next long rest.
Oh,
Whoa.
good. I hardly used any spells. I'm just going to kneel down to David real quick, and I'm going to tell him, I need you to be very sure that you're telling us the truth. I've been sent here by a powerful entity stronger than you could ever foresee. And should I learn that you held any information from me, I will find you, and I will tear apart everything you love, and then I will let you die.
No, you could have lied to him if you at least have this power. Like,
Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the absolute truth. But now he believes me.
You can hear the liquid coming out the bottom of his pant leg as he pisses himself on the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
We come along for 5 minutes and this is what happens.
I'm just getting started.
Lady Petrovna collects dolls. She always has. We're not supposed to know they're there. She keeps them in her room, and the room's locked. I've never supposed to go in, but Amathea showed me once. That's
Give me the directions to the room.
top of the stairs, front of the house. The door on the left. It'll either be locked or open if the others. Well, no, okay. The others will go to get the dolls to retrieve them. I don't know why, but we're supposed to get the dolls if anything happens.
Good to know. Understand, there is a new darkness in Barovia. I would watch where you put your allegiance. And then I will walk to the room that he gave me the directions.
I'm gonna follow behind the party so that I'm not like still alone in the basement. It's just gonna be wherever the most of us are. I'm gonna head to that direction.
Yeah, Ficus, when she started running, would have gone straight for like where she heard, like if she heard people running upstairs, she's going to be chasing them down.
All right. So you should have, and let me make sure that I have removed all of the doors to make it easier. All the doors are open right now, or at least a number of doors are open, we'll say. We'll do that way. That makes a lot more sense. Just move the stairwell instead of the door. Now it won't go away. All right. It's fine. No problem there. So Ficus, you start at the top of the stairs. You have your full movement. About this time, you hear a second door slam somewhere toward the front of the house. And yeah, go ahead and take your movement. You should be able to see quite a bit.
Ficus is going to go
It was like, let's
The
just play goalie and
way
stand by
that
the
she
doors.
remembers like being in the house. So I don't think she ever went into like the couch or dining room area. So I don't think she'd go that way. But she was in the cellar with Soul, wasn't she?
Now, let me say before you go any further, this door is open. I don't know why that one's not closed. I'm trying to close it.
Oh, this door's open?
Yeah, the door on the left is open. The door on the right is... Yeah.
Okay, then she'll just follow the open doors.
Okay.
And Leaf
so you
is
go-
right behind her.
You go through the servants' quarters. You go through a
I can make it
sitting
to
room
here.
where there is a dinner table is set for only one person. A number of nice chairs. It's a very fine dinner table. You can see there's some rather fine, like silver and a crystal decanter on the table itself. And when you get to that front entrance, yeah, so the stairs go up, and how much do you have left for
I have enough to get on the top landing.
top
Yeah,
landing?
okay. I was just gonna ask as well, did I have enough movement to, after that conversation, just take myself right to where he told me to go?
You don't have enough to get all the way there, but you can move yourself. I'll put you at the top of the stairs, and you have your 40 feet to go whichever
Gotcha.
way you'd like. This person's not there anymore. Don't worry about them. And Ficus, is that the end of all your movement, or you go up another floor?
I don't appear to be able to move my token, by the way, or Merlin's.
And
Sorry.
Ficus can only get to there. That's where 75 feet ends.
Yeah. Leaf is at the bottom of the stairs.
According to the token, you have control of it, so try reloading.
Nope. Am I on the wrong layer? I'm not. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Keep going.
So you get to the top of the stairs. Uther makes his way. Let's see, 5, 10, 40 to there. All right, now you have complete free movement to go wherever you'd like, and I'll put you all on the top floor. At the top of the stairs, there is a door directly to the right, a set of double doors to your left that have glass inserts in them, and the glass insert has a stained glass window that is depicting a wolf's head. So it's like two wolf's heads howling.
Per David's instructions, which was the room that I need to go in?
This one.
All right. So I'm expecting it to be locked, but I'm still gonna try to give it an old jiggle.
I didn't take the door off. The door was hanging open.
Oh, nice. So I'm just going to walk in. Oh, hello.
So ignore the figure on the bed. That's something I
Mhm.
just can't take out of the map.
No, that's
But the you enter this finely decorated bedroom. There's a 4-poster bed on one side, and sitting on the 4-poster bed is a single doll. Around the room, you see a number of other dolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other dolls around the room that are like knocked over. It looks like they were on stands where perhaps there were some other dolls there as well, but a lot of them are apparently gone for whatever reason. Oh, there it is. That's why I can't see it.
okay. That's
That's
disturbing.
I think that shows it to you.
Why is this doll card titled Mrs. Petrovna?
That's a good question. But there's the picture for you.
I don't like it.
Hold that thought.
She's
I'll-
beautiful.
I can move. I fixed it.
I
Okay,
love
sorry.
her. She's terrifying.
I need
I'll
my
put
dog
you guys.
hanging out.
I'll
There
put
we
you on
go.
the top. floor
Trying to
as well.
show the chat so we can. That's
Alright,
pretty terrifying.
So,
My
if
dog
I
is
don't
ahead
see
of
them
us.
moving, I'd just like to do a quick investigation of the room,
Tankus.
please.
Right. So go ahead and you roll an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
And while he does that, Soul, what are you and
Not bad.
the other gonna do?
What's her name again? I'm so bad with names. I apologize.
Yeshka.
Yeshka.
So I was basically gonna ask Yeshka, do you think you can get home without my help?
I can get back to the orphanage, yes. I don't really have anything to take with me.
There's no need. There's nothing here for you. Just gotta make sure my friends don't burn this place down. You going ahead without me. I'll join you soon. And so she's gonna make his way upstairs.
She will follow you. You'll step past Devit, who is shuddering every time anyone gets close to him. Yeshka will go out the back door of the house. I'll put you upstairs, and we will deal with that roll. So, there is a fire sputtering and struggling for life in the hearth, where a framed family portrait can be seen. There's a noble father and mother. The mother, obviously, the woman from below, except she appears quite young. 2 young sons and a baby daughter in the father's arms. The sons are smiling in a way that suggests mischief, and the parents look like uncrowned lords. Wood paneling covers the walls of the room. A closet and a framed mirror flank a curtained window to the south. To the north, a wide canopied bed lies pinned between matching end tables with oil lamps. Upon it and around the room are a number of dolls. And as you investigate the room, you start looking around. There is a glimmer of something that you see in the fireplace. You kneel down to take a look, and you can see a small silver key hanging from a hook just out of sight inside the fireplace. There's actually 3 keys.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them.
Okay.
Oh.
As you reach in and take the keys, you hear a voice. You don't understand how Barovia works, do you?
I don't understand how Barovia works currently because it's going to change. Because I'm going to change it. Change with me or die.
Your threats prove you don't know how Barovia works. Were you the one that swung the hammer? Let me... The doll on the bed's head turns and looks your way. No, that was another. Very dramatic, but you muted yourself.
He said yes, that was another.
Fools, all of you. The Dark Lord will have his way. He always does. I think you put it on touch to talk. I forgot to touch.
Nope, it's just my noise gate is kicking in. He says, he just looks at it and says the doll.
I was forced. You came to visit while I was quite helpless. Quite frustrating, I must say. But always have a plan B. It's what Lady Durst didn't understand. Always have a plan B.
And what is your plan?
Well, I understand Borovia. And so it's not quite so easy to get rid of me. The rest, anybody else that wants to come in the room can come in the room.
Hi.
Is it the doll talking?
Yes. Its mouth is not moving, though.
Where
Leaf
did all the
is
servants go?
yeah. Leaf is more interested in
I've-
that and where Ficus is, to be honest.
I'm sending Baby Soul to guard the doors so that they can't leave, and so
I mean,
he
there's
does
like 3 exits to the house, so
Yeah, they're
A
probably
door.
already gone.
Okay.
he's guarding one of them, so
Sure.
we'll know how they left.
So we'll go in.
Front door or back door?
Anyways, Baby Soul is guarding the back door.
Baby Soul at the back door.
Baby Soul to the back door. I vaguely moved in there. Bright will move with the baby and just stand in the doorway to listen to that, I guess.
Sure.
And then smash the doll.
yeah. Where are the servants? Do we know yet, or did they come up here at all?
Nobody saw the servants.
But we heard them
Anywhere?
running and yelling.
Up and then down the stairs.
Down! Ah! I should probably go down now.
Dang.
So, what are you doing in my home? I'd rather you leave.
Uther, why are you talking to dolls?
Because I'm deciding exactly how I intend to destroy it. I haven't figured it out yet.
The head
Well-
will snap to Soul. You're the one with the hammer.
Yes. And what of it?
Killed me quite thoroughly, you did. Would you like to know what it felt like to die?
So, taken aback by that statement, you couldn't possibly be that woman.
Ah,
Is
none of you understand Barovia.
Ficus around?
Oh yeah, you're in the doorway. Oh, where's Ficus? You're in the hall upstairs right now. Could be-
Yep. That's where.
That's where you want to be.
I think she would kind of like eavesdrop a little bit, mainly to know what this voice is coming from. So like, I think she would like lean in between Bright's legs and like look around and just kind of like Scooby-Doo it a little bit. But at the same time, like she's also very confused because she thought the servants were up here, which is why she came up here. So
Bright is going to see that Ficus is there and storm over to the doll that is talking and just be like, well, we may not know how Borovia works, but I know how this works, and grab the doll by the hair, walk over to Ficus, open the loot boot, and just jam the doll in.
oh.
Why?
All right. So you reach out to grab the doll, and everyone needs to roll initiative.
I was
We're gonna fight dolls! Hell yeah.
Yeah!
So for everybody that put money on Uther starting the fight, you owe me an apology.
Boom! Look at that! Ficus and Leaf tearing it up.
I was ready to roleplay with the doll for like another 5 minutes, but
I am not about it.
That's a 23 for Ficus and a
I am
23 for Leaf. We're
Wonderful.
Ficus will go
I had
first.
to clear that, so you may have to put it back in manually.
Sure. I can do that.
Soul is facing a person he just killed 5 minutes ago. And you just want to throw her in the bag.
Uh-huh.
He has to kill her again, so.
Wait, how do I add it manually?
Just roll again, and then you can change it.
I wouldn't stress too much about it.
If you mouse over the number, you can type it in manually.
So
Why
Uther,
is
Leaf,
your
Ficus, and
up?
right.
I'm sorry.
still
I'm
going.
trying.
That's fine.
How do you deal with something you didn't kill right the first time?
All
I
right.
have that problem.
This has never happened before.
Uh-oh.
Things I kill tend to stay dead.
See, I'm not very good at it.
Like your priest friend.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
I,
Below the belt.
He's
That's-
gonna brag about old
Ruthless.
yeah.
It was a good day.
all right.
This is what we call
so-
friendly banter.
Friendship.
So we are going to actually start with Bright.
Sweet.
So Bright, go ahead and make an attack, because as you reach for this doll's hair, it tries to duck out of the way. Rather,
I want you to know that I'm like
Oh,
physically
yes.
shaking right now because this is so creepy.
So into this fight,
Uh,
like getting sweaty.
I'm sweating and also just I can't stop panic laughing.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, like
An unarmed attack.
unarmed attack. Cool. What's unarmed bonus?
It'd be strength.
Sweet.
then you-
17.
I just need to ask, are you doing this with my baby in your hand?
Hush.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hush.
So with one arm, you reach out and try and grab this thing by the hair. It tries to duck out of the way, which surprises you, but you still grab a hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's athletics against its attempt to escape.
What is it made out of? Is it
It's
like porcelain?
It's like
Or
a
like
porcelain
cloth?
doll with hair. Yeah.
Lit.
So go ahead and make an athletics check to
Oh,
hold on to it.
sweet.
If only someone had a hammer.
Oh, well, guess what? I have a wall. I'm gonna use my +2
We also have a fire.
to say nope, that won't meet it. So I'm gonna use my GM inspiration to reroll, please. Cause okay. So that is enough to do one more than that
Okay.
doll.
You have a hold of a doll.
I would like to smash it into the wall.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
complete swing and smash.
Roll regular damage then.
Oh, sweet. What's damage for smashing into a wall?
Just roll it like a weapon. We'll just do this whole thing as a weapon attack if you just go to attack.
Both of you two assume I know how to use a weapon. I hold the baby.
Pick a dice and roll it.
Sweet, I'm rolling my d20. I do 19 points of damage.
Just
I think isn't it just like your strength mod if
Roll
you're
a
not like
d-
proficient in it?
yeah,
I don't
if it's an
know.
attack, I'm fine with the flavor. I don't care how you flavor your
I mean,
attack.
catapult
Yeet
does
the doll.
3d8.
So you yeet the doll, roll a d6. We'll do that
Sweet,
for damage.
okay.
Plus your
Oh, I rolled
strength
a
if you have
5,
any.
So
5?
6. I do have strength, thank you.
Okay, so 6 damage.
I'm in a panic. I don't know how to D&D right now. A doll
So-
started talking to us.
You grab the doll, try to attack it, slam it against the wall, and a crack forms through its porcelain face. And it says,
Uh-huh.
"That wasn't very kind of you." And the dolls on the shelf behind you's heads snap to look your way. The two in the bottom corner snap to look, and the one over here snaps to all look at Bright.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
This is awesome.
Leaf,
I'm so
go ahead.
excited.
So sorry.
This is the coolest combat we've had yet.
And for some reason, I can't hear my own music. So if it's playing, let me know. If it's not, let me know.
I hear it.
Okay, good.
I have it kind of
it.
quiet. I don't know if the chat can hear it, so let me know and I'll turn it up if I need to.
Leaf, it's your turn.
Hold up, can I
Oh,
run
sweet.
away?
Oh, wait. No. Ficus should go
can I-
first. Technically,
can I
she's
run
got
away?
23.3.
I didn't
Okay.
use my movement, did
Fic-
I?
Use your movement to walk up to it.
I
Ficus,
did?
go ahead.
Did I use all of my movement?
Every last.
Holding the deck.
Aw.
All right, let's party. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'll walk in here. So, oh my gosh, that's a lot more dolls than I could see from
I'm so sorry.
It's gonna be good.
How's my party looking right now,
Hi.
physically?
I think you're the most hurt at the moment.
Excellent.
I just left myself at the hit points I had before we leveled up, by the way. Do
Likewise,
I get more hit points?
but I was full. So.
Yeah, I'll need to correct all that. Probably at break.
Okay. I gave myself the new, like, top health. I just didn't heal any above that.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look around and see all these creepy ass dolls looking at me. I'm going to get very nervous.
Oh, side note. Look what I have. I have a creepy ass doll right here.
I don't. I just have a
let's
stuffed corn dog. But anyways, I am going to cast Thunder Wave.
Okay.
And just let this room explode with chaotic energy. So everyone in here, I think everyone literally besides Leaf nope, even Leaf technically falls within it, has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Lit.
Okay.
Thunderwave is like a 30 or 15-foot cube in front of you.
Is it in front of me? I thought it was.
Yeah, it's not a radius around you. It's just 15 feet.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. Okay.
It's
So
worded
then-
It projects out from you. It's so weird. It's one of those like quirky, strange wordings. It projects out from you.
The most you can get.
I don't think I would be able to hit everyone like this, right?
If you're there, I'm going to make Uther, Soul, Bright, and 4 dolls do checks.
Okay. I'm going to stay here and make them do the checks.
Then
So-
you get 3 dolls instead of 4,
Oh,
3 dolls?
and can get Bright and Soul.
Can my dog
I'll
hear
take a
me
few.
from?
Ooh,
up
that'll
there?
do.
Oh, here. I'll just go here.
Okay.
There we go.
Constitution saves from Soul.
Critical
Bright,
success for
Uther.
soul.
Wonderful.
Would my dog be able to hear me?
Probably. What do you mean hear you? Like for you to yell a
Like, hey,
command?
get up here.
Yeah, you can tell it. To
Okay, cool. A natural 20.
Okay, that's 2 nat 20s for a con
Nice.
save. And Uther Ficus is a 14.
I rolled a 19.
A
Yeah.
19. There it
Oh.
is.
Good job, us.
And then now for the dolls. So that's going to be a 13,
Fail.
19,
Succeed.
9.
Fail,
Why are
fail.
they all Mrs. Petrovna?
She's in all of them.
They all look like Mrs.
Oh.
That's even more creepy.
She has so many Horcruxes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, what's
Talk
the
about
damage
an
on
ego.
that? 5?
5 points of damage. And on a failed save, basically, so I saw Bright yeet the doll. While I know that most of these are on shelves, technically they get pushed 10 feet away from me, but they
Yep.
can't. So I just want them to slam into the wall really hard and then possibly fall on the floor because of it.
So those 3 dolls rattle into the wall, crash into each other, and otherwise, yep, they're pushed.
Yep. Any
One-
unsecured objects are, pushed 10 feet. And then on a failed save, you take half.
Okay, so everything
Or
in
no,
this
on a successful save, you take half. Failed save, you take 5. So 2 and 5.
right. So the only one that's head completely shatters is the one that Bright slammed against a wall. Its head finishes shattering, basically still in her hand. And I need someone to roll me a d20.
A D1 now?
D20.
20. 13.
13.
Oh, you beat me to it.
I'm afraid.
And the rest of the dolls fall silent.
They all what?
They stop.
We should nuke the house from orbit just to be safe.
Oh no, Uther, don't burn the house down. Think about all the people, he said.
Guys, there is a whole house of potential things that we could have for ourselves.
Okay, but these dolls are not any of them.
Yeah, but we just finished breaking their faces.
I've got an axe and a sword. I'm pretty happy with everything I already own.
Okay,
You-
well, the servants apparently were told to get out, so maybe we should go find them?
We also need to figure out the
I'm
mystery
edging
of
away from the
these.
doll.
Like,
I don't wanna be by them.
he shows the 3 keys that he has.
Okay.
You
That's
hear
a
through the
development.
wall a muffled voice. Mom? Are you okay?
Oh yeah, that's right. The
What
sun's
happened?
asleep. in the house.
We are terrible people.
I'm quite quiet.
You just
Can
cast
Leaf
Thunder
tell
Wave.
which-
That can be
which
heard
door
from
it came
300
from?
feet away.
It came from this wall. Basically, the direction you sent a thunder wave rattling everything. And and when that thunder wave hit, it knocked this piece of paper up into the air that just floats
What paper?
down and lands on the ground.
What paper? I get all paper.
So
Looks
Bright,
like
you-
there might still be more work to do.
Yeah, Ficus can't read. She wouldn't pick up a piece of paper.
Bright has several books based on Barovia, so yes, I would like to read it.
Solaire, you can force people to tell the truth, can't you?
Ah, great.
Yeah. I still have a couple.
Oh. Oh.
Hold that thought. Let me make sure the stream can see. Yep. Okay. Well, there we go. Let's see, what does it actually say? Is someone going to read it for us?
Lady Petrovna. The title is correct. Lady Petrovna. Lady Petrovna, unlike that arrogant fool Durst, you have proven obedient and dutiful. Such behaviors must be rewarded regardless of previous interactions with less desirable bloodlines. As you well know, I shall hand you nothing. You and your family will have the opportunity to serve me in Vallaki. Burgomeisters of that village have long resisted me. As they still amuse me, I am loath to strike them down too harshly. Prove the worth of your blood in your veins. Overtake the town not by force, but by politics and subterfuge. Control them, and your rewards shall be far greater than you could ever imagine. I am entrusting to your family a weapon of my enemy, and I just do the thing
Go find
to I'm talking about something. So long as you keep this bow out of the hands of those who would do me ill, I will know you are still worthy of my grace and protection.
by the
Did
time
you
you
s-
finish reading that, Leaf, you in the hallway would have seen the same gentleman you saw at the Blue Waterfall or the Blue Water Inn earlier, drunkenly kind of stumble out of his room. He's a young adult, probably in his mid-20s or so. He leans heavily on the rail right here and looks at Leaf and says, "What are you doing in my house?"
Come here.
Would you like to hear the good news for Lord and Savior of the Morning, Lord?
Oh no, Leaf isn't interested in playing that game. Leaf is gonna run over and grab the guy by the collar.
God,
Come here. I need to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
And we'll proceed to walk him back into the room.
All right. He won't resist, and you can pull Carl into the room.
Okay.
Carl?
So so Leaf will sort of push him forward in front of him. Is like, Solaire, you can make this gentleman tell us the truth, right?
Yeah, I still have a spell for that today.
I think we should find out what he knows. But that's just me.
Really worth tapping into your reserves to get this man to talk.
We could try talking to him first.
Uther, do you want to look for the bow with me? Because you've got those keys. Maybe we can go open some shit. Bright can come too.
Oh, thank you.
Soul's just gonna walk up to the.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Soul's just gonna walk up to the young guy and say, "Do you know about a bow your mother kept?"
Bo? She usually didn't decorate her hair.
Okay. With that, Uther will toss one of the keys to Fig, one of the keys to Bright, and one of the keys to who's getting the third key? Yeah, I'll throw it to Leaf because Leaf can use a bow. And he'll go, I have no interest in bows. But
You two find out what this drunkard knows, if anything.
He will talk to me.
Don't outright kill him.
No, don't outright kill him. Suddenly he seems very nervous.
So Leaf
So-
will check this door right here.
We'll hold that for now, and we'll
Yep.
go back to Soul in
Sure.
a moment. Then we'll explore rooms.
So would you like to continue pressing? You seem to be getting very far.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Um,
look around and say, "Why does my mom have dolls that look like her? This is weird, isn't it?"
Yeah, you're telling us. You don't know a thing?
Your mother partook in evil magics, and she was working for a dark lord to manipulate the people of this village.
you really? Never mind.
Been dealt with accordingly.
We stay happy. We listen to our Lord because He's the Lord.
And the Lord gave you a bow, not for your hair, but an actual bow, a weapon. Where do you keep it?
I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about. I feel ill. Can I sit down?
How old is this guy?
Mid-20s.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's a grown ass man. He can take this. Listen, I'm sure that you were smart enough to understand that things change in time. The master you serve has no longer any need for you. If you want to survive, you will tell us everything. No more of this blubbering or the acting like a fool. If the next words out of your mouth are not useful, you will join your mother soon.
So, with your recently acquired power in mind, he believes everything you say.
I'm
Again.
having so much fun being evil. Sorry.
My name is Karl Petrovna. My brother Nikolai and I still live with our mom. Our dad's
Nerd.
been dead for a while. Our sister stays locked in the room because she lost her mind or something. We really don't know.
Where's your sister?
In her room. He points to toward the store right here. Mom spends a lot of time with her book club in the basement, but I'm not allowed to go down there, and I never have. I don't know. What else do you want to know? What do you mean? Tell you everything?
So
He knows nothing further.
I need a drink.
So I was going to sit on the bed and wait for me to come back. That's all he says to the boy as he walks over to the door that he pointed to. Is it locked, I assume?
So that door is locked, and as you get close to it, there's little fingers that reach out and bat. Not little as in child fingers, but a small hand. The
Like
fingers.
doll fingers?
No, human.
Oh, okay.
And you hear from the other side.
Sol, if it's okay, I'd like to join you.
That's fine. What just reached out to me?
Probably the sister.
I thought the door was locked.
It's
Yeah.
underneath the door, the space under the door.
Oh.
Fingers coming out to bat at your feet.
Let's
Are
see.
you going to insist that we try and unlock this, or can we get to where we're going?
I was just going to use a strength check to try and open the door.
Strange. We're in agreement. I would move if I were you. He says to whoever's under the door.
Ficus just puts away her lockpicking set that she had just taken out.
Everybody looks down at the key they were just handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what.
Move
that's what
aside,
they
it's
do.
the swole squad.
As the two of you prepare to hit the door, we'll go to Leaf opening this door. You open it up, it's just a linen closet.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thanks for that. As you
It's just a
close the
linen
door,
closet. Okay.
as you close the linen closet back, just as it latches, that is when Uther and Soul crash into the door down the hallway. And I'm not going to make a barbarian and a paladin roll for this.
Was it a team kick? Was it really romantic and cute?
Why don't the two of you tell us how you kicked this door down?
Well, let's see.
By the power of friendship.
Friendship?
Let's say we look at each other and we don't even kick it. We punch it.
You know, I was gonna say that.
Like,
I was gonna say
parallel
Uther was
together.
gonna offer like on 3, and then because they don't trust each other, they both go on
one.
2. Or it's like, or they both go on 1 and look at each other like, you son of a bitch. Like, on 3, 1.
Look at you and say, that's fair. That's fair.
Can't even be mad.
The door just absolutely shatters on the hinge. And you hear as a probably 16-year-old girl in a night shift shuffles back with her back against the wall, sitting down,
Why does she like a goat?
curling up in a ball.
Wait.
As soon as you enter the room, she hisses at you.
Does she look human?
Perfectly human, yeah.
Oh, you used the worst picture.
It's the on-board picture.
Oh. Let's see. So gonna roll persuasion to try and calm her down.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. Why can I never
Staying
find
in the back.
Mm-hmm.
That is terrifying.
You hear Carl from the bedroom go, "Please be gentle with her. She's not well."
I'm just gonna use a persuasion, ease towards her, reassurance. Not gonna hurt you. I just want to talk to you. And I hit her with a 26.
So the room, I'll give you a description. The room is musty and dark. An iron-framed bed fitted with leather straps stands near the wall. The place has no other furnishings. Scurrying away from you on all fours is a young woman in a nightdress. She backs up against the wall, hissing. And as you kind of try to calm her, she says, "Little kitty doesn't know you. Little kitty doesn't like your smell."
Mutual.
But she doesn't seem like she's going to attack you.
Okay. Let's see. I just simply want to ask her, do you feel safe here? What did your mother do to you?
Kitty's home. Kitty's safe. Leave Kitty alone.
Can I roll to see if I recognize what kind of creature this is?
No, apparently.
She looks human, but
Well, okay.
yeah, sorry. So that's why I never show you pictures of the Barovians from the Curse of Strahd book, because
They
all
will
look
wild.
Doomed.
You know, there is an art decision that was made, and a lot of them seem.
This is the worst token for a little girl I've ever seen.
She's teenager, older teenager.
This is the worst token for a woman I have ever seen.
You clearly didn't look at the character art of the first ghost house that we found.
I
Yeah,
did.
those children were terrifying.
They were dead.
Maybe she's
Fair.
dead. We don't know.
Let's get back to her.
Okay.
Uther? You were saying?
Oh, he was just wanting to see what she looked like. So Sylvia asked, do you know of a bow your mother kept?
Little kitty likes bows. Starts
Yeah,
like
fuck.
batting at the air.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck
okay.
this. I'm just gonna start investigating in this room.
All right, go ahead. Roll an investigation.
What do you?
God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to roll a 6.
Because that's where she keeps her secret bow, in the room with her chained up daughter.
You don't find anything in the room. And we will go to Bright, Ficus, and Leaf. Carl is going to come up behind Bright and say, Can I Can I speak with Stella, please?
That's her name, Stella?
Yes,
Why does she call herself Kitty?
it's been like this for a few years now. She went to, well, we were arranging a marriage, and Mother thought that she would go visit her room to be, and
Where?
she came back, she wasn't quite right.
Where?
They don't tell me anything. And if they did, I drank it
Where's
away.
your mother's office?
The library is where she did most of her work.
I will leave to go there and see if I can start finding any information from there.
I'll
So
be
he
there in a
gestures
moment,
toward
Bright.
the double doors.
Did Leaf find anything in the closet?
Nope.
He's gonna go back into the room with the dolls.
Sure.
It looks like there's a door in the corner, closet room or something like that. So he wants to search this room because I don't believe anyone has done that yet, and the dolls don't really bother him.
You open the door and a doll falls out, lands on the ground in front of you.
I'm gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
Go ahead.
Just
Niffer is 2. Not Bright, Niffer.
Let's see.
Oh!
Oh, Leaf gets startled by that. That's a 3.
Do you yell
So-
like a cat?
So he probably he probably does jump in the air like 3 feet up and is like, "Ow!" Yeah. "Ah, ah, blasted crazy." Ah. But
Uther
when
and
nothing
Soul,
happens,
you see Stella's ears, like her head like perks up when she hears that. Looking around. The closet is just a closet. Nothing of note in there.
and yeah, he wants to thoroughly search the whole room.
You can go ahead and investigate.
Okey-doke.
And then Bright. So the keys, 2 of the keys are normal sized door keys, and one is smaller than a door key. So
Oh, I
whoever
get the
got which
smaller
one is
one.
up. You got the smaller one?
It's-
Okay.
It's sketchier.
So you walk up to these double doors. There is stained glass inlay of that is shaped like 2 wolves, and that's what you see. You try the door, and the doors are locked.
I need to do a little bit of reading of my notes because wasn't there the coat of arms in the first death house that had wolves? No,
windmills.
there was armor that looked like wolves in Death
Yes.
House, and then the coat of arms was windmills and west wind. Wicked west wind shall never prevail.
Right.
But the doors were haunted there. Okay. Cool. Just gonna write down wolf doors.
Ficus?
Is this a door that's in front of her?
It is.
She is going to attempt to open it.
It opens without any problem. It's a empty bedroom, rather nondescript, a plain bed. It looks like somebody lives here, sleeps here, but they do not appear to be there right now. A neatly made bed, table with oil lamp on it, handsome wooden chest, wardrobe, window box with drapes.
I guess she would kind of look around for anything that looks like it could contain a bow and try to see if there's a bow in this room.
The chest opens up, and there's an empty wine bottle in there, some other odds and ends.
Empty.
The wardrobe's
A shame.
empty.
All right, if it seems pretty empty in here, then she would pop back and like try to get over to Bright.
Yeah, was the doors locked or just closed?
Locked. And then Leaf, you don't find anything
Leaf.
else in the master bedroom other than
Yeah, I don't know. Roll
Sorry.
20's not being nice to me. That was an 8 investigation.
Yikes. Does the key fit?
the little key it does not.
Ficus will run up with her bigger key.
Okay. You try the bigger key, and it does unlock.
Hey,
Hey.
at least we have a friend with each other.
Friendship.
Fist
The
bump.
door opens up
Touch keys.
and
She
you
punched the screen.
are immediately assaulted by the smell of cat.
Cat?
room-
Oh no.
The room is crawling cats. Just at a
Oh no.
Just at a quick glance, you see 5 or 6 different places in this library. Bookshelves hug the walls, but most of the shelves are bare. Other furnishings include a desk, a chair, a table, a wine cabinet. The room has an irregular shape, and none of its angles seem quite right, as though the shifting of the house has set the whole place on edge. Uther and Sol, you with Stella. Uther, you were going to look in this room. You didn't find anything.
Soul's gonna make one more attempt. He's gonna describe a bow better and ask Kitty if she's seen anything like that in the house. Like an actual bow, shoots arrows. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. No, nothing. Then Soul is just going to suggest that, Kitty, why don't you go in the other room and sit with your brother for a bit?
Carl will come up to the door about then next to Uther and kind of try and look around him. Is it all right with you? If you wouldn't mind, I could take her to Sister Belasco at the orphanage. She's the only person in town people say nice things about when she can't hear.
I'm going to look at him and say, honestly, you probably should have done that years ago. And let him pass.
So the two of them will head down the stairs. Everyone else, you have the library left.
Let's search it. I'm gonna dig around for.
Yeah, I guess let's wade into the cats.
Yeah, let's just wade in there.
Now I need Constitution saves.
Yeah, I'd like to catch up with the rest of them.
I mean, Leaf doesn't have any issue with the cats. So.
I would hope not.
The cats kind of look curiously at Leaf. Most of them seem more put off.
Sure.
But they mill about. Go ahead.
Bright would like to just take the scarves from her skirts back and like tie like front pack harness so that she can actually use both of her arms for Toby. So he is like papoosed really well.
Yeah, Ficus is just gonna start digging through shit.
Swaddled.
I don't think she even cares that the cats are here. She's just like, this is stuff I need to look through, especially if this is a library, like pulling out books to be able to see if there's anything that like triggers a secret door or something like that. Like she's just pulling through things.
Okay.
Soul is going to look at Leaf. And he's like, I don't want to offend you, but do you understand them? While he nods over to the cats.
I mean, they're cats. What's to understand?
Fair enough.
They don't have language, if that's what you're asking, per se.
Wow, so wow.
I mean,
Somebody
it's a
had
fair
to.
question.
I mean, so can you understand my crossbow?
Well, what?
Can you understand my crossbow?
You don't have a crossbow.
Yeah, but if I did, could you understand?
Leaf just shakes his head. He's going to walk over to the windows, and he's going to open the windows. Or at least he's going to try to, anyway.
You get a good look. There are 2 sets of bookshelves, a wine cabinet, and a desk. Ficus, where were you going to go? Everyone can kind of pick something.
So many cats.
And then Ficus,
Like
as you get in that
feral,
close,
or are they just there?
they're just there. It's like somebody just has a room full of cats.
All right, I will go
So-
right to the desk.
Leaf, Soul, Ficus, and Bright, as you get into that, and Uther too for that matter, as you get into that part of the room, you can see that one of the cats has a small key hanging
Get that cat!
on a string around its neck.
All right.
Close the door.
What's in the boot?
Soul
Gotta figure
closes
out
the
what I've
door.
got to bribe it.
And then Bright, as you walk up to the desk just seems like a normal desk covered in papers, books, that sort of thing. What catches your eye is on this bookshelf, there is a small granite, maybe. It looks like a stone wolf that is pacing back and forth. It's like a
like an
bookends,
animated statue, or
a small animated statue, no bigger than maybe like double fist
Cool.
legs. It's just walking, turning, and walking.
cool. How high of an animal handling check do I have to roll to tame every single cat in this house and take it back with us?
Always try.
I thought she was going to try to tame the wolf, honestly.
I mean, yes, that too. That's a separate roll. I would like more pets, please.
She wants a tiny wolf to make it go do recon and crawl under doors.
I have 2 of those already. I
What?
have a medium-sized recon pet and I have a tiny-sized recon pet. Now I just need an army of cats.
Feels right.
Anyways, I will be a serious person and character, and I will go inspect the wolf figurine closer before. Well, if anyone has not noticed the cat with the key, I'll be like, catch that, please, and then just go look at the wolf.
Yeah, Leaf will try to get the key first, and once he's acquired that, or someone has, then he would open the windows.
So, Soul, if you were going for the key, what's your plan to get a key? Yeah.
Let's
Or
see.
not Soul, I meant Leaf.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I will try. I'll just try to catch it. Acrobatics, maybe.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics against its attempts to escape your acrobatics.
Let's see if. How about a 21?
It goes for a 12. You grab this cat by the scruff of its neck and lift it up. The others just scatter and hiss. It's clawing at the air. You find a way to reach out and you get a small key.
I take the key and I kind of like hold it so I'm looking in its face. I know it's angry. I say, "Sorry, friend," and I very slowly and carefully bring it down to the floor, and I very slowly and gently kind of like caress its fur out along its tail if it lets me. And
Oh,
let
it
go.
doesn't. As soon as its feet
Yeah,
reach the
that's
floor and
fine.
you let go, it darts toward the window where the other cat.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what he expected.
Soul sees that and goes, I don't know if you just couldn't understand it or you just got low charisma.
Nifra is sad that we didn't have the opportunity to find a miniature cat for. We all have mini-me's. He needs one.
So once he has the key, he'll open the window and then try to find where the key goes.
The best light possible comes in. You look around. There doesn't seem to be anything that takes a key in here other than
It's in a drawer or anything?
the drawers don't have locks.
Weird.
Soul checks the drawers.
Various papers, some of them very old, fairly nondescript, nothing too bothersome, mostly
Look.
mundane.
Look for messages of the daughter's betrothal, please.
Make an investigation check.
I'm still staring at this granite wolf, but being
Yes.
bossy.
Pacing back.
Investigation's his best skill. I get a 15.
15, you look around, and yeah, you can find a letter. And the letter is to Valaki's Burgermeister. And it seems as though his son Victor was to meet Stella with the possibility of wedding into the Burgermeister's family.
Well, we'll make a note to go question him later, maybe.
Give me that letter, please.
I'll hand it over.
Thank you.
Write down its contents.
Thank you.
Basically what it says.
Yes. No worries. I'm just the letter person.
I enjoy all these side quests that distract us from going to kill a vampire lord.
So we
is there-
level up.
Yeah. Is there any indication of like a room that we have not checked yet as a group?
A room you haven't checked up here?
Yes.
Yeah,
You can see the whole thing on stream.
there's one across the hall. We haven't to the right of the top of the stairs.
That was Carl's room, wasn't it?
Yep, that was Carl's room.
Oh,
He came up.
sure, that's right.
Carl.
And pretty sure his
Just
mom
got-
didn't keep an ancient bow inside that room.
The granite wolf thing, like when I go over to interact with it, does it like freak out at me?
It's just, it ignores you. It keeps walking back.
What if I tentatively reach out and touch it with mage hand?
Uh,
My real hand with mage hand.
as soon as Mage Hand interacts with it, it stops moving.
Oh,
Assumes a sitting position. And when it is lifted by Mage Hand off the shelf, there's a clicking sound in the wall.
ooh.
Well done, Bright.
I leave my little, like, she has like a bracelet that covers her fingers that she like just like lets slide out for her mage hand, so it just kind of like stays there. Is there any sign like a door has opened?
There's a click on that shelf. So the entire shelf clicks
like
in
a-
it.
Panel?
Is there a strength check required to move the
Leaf
the,
comes over and tries to help slide it or push it. He's gonna
Uh,
try to pull first.
The door opens up and reveals a very small storage. There's a short bookcase to the right in this 10-foot square room with a curtained window and shelves lining the walls. On the bottom shelf is an iron chest. Also, sitting on the floor are what best be described as a stele, a stone pillar. Not very large, probably about 2 feet, that has a crack running through it, and it is absolutely covered in cat shit and hairballs, and sitting underneath of it is a bow, equally befuddled.
Nailed it!
That is easily the worst secret compartment keys.
The worst kept bow? Yes.
Can I do something real quick while they're doing this?
Absolutely.
I would have gone back to the room with the dolls, and there was a fireplace, as I recall.
There is.
I'd like to build a fire in the fireplace.
Yep.
And then I'm just tossing all the dolls in the fire.
Good. Niffer supports you.
100%.
As you do, as you're tossing these, you coax this small fire that was there back to life. Start tossing them in, and you do notice that on each of them, there's this little tag that says, if no fun is no Blinsky. It's like a logo, a little label that's on each of the dolls as you toss it.
If no fun, what?
Then
If
no
fun
Blinsky.
is no Blinsky.
Blinsky.
Did I run into that before?
No, you were too busy freaking out.
No, like I feel like that was like vaguely related to creepy dream hag woman or something.
I really hate to break it to y'all, but Uther don't read. So
Hey, team not reading.
So it is.
Most
it-
of us are illiterate.
what
It
I
is
see-
it is a rocking horse
Mhm.
with words over it and under it.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't one of the kids?
You go.
Do they seem to be burning? Because he would stand and watch it burn to ash.
They are mundane porcelain dolls. You watch it, the porcelain faces blacken and crack and fire.
Cool.
Thing catches.
Then he's just going to take one of his torches, put it in the fire, grab the torch, and then see if they're finally ready to burn this motherfucker to the ground.
No, there's a whole library I still need to go through. Calm down.
You don't know that yet.
It's true.
You walk back in, and they have shuffled off into this foul-smelling room on the south side.
Ficus didn't go in the smelly room. She's looking through the books for things that have like different kind of like magical elements that would show you like how to cast a spell. Like she knows that she struggles with reading, so she's kind of looking for anything that like looks like movements or something like that. So she's just picking through, and she'll also take those 4 bottles of wine that are on the other side of the room too and put those in her boot.
Good job.
4 bottles of wine. You look around, there doesn't seem to be any. The shelves are mostly bare. There's the occasional book of strange recipes, book of ancient heraldries, guides to fine wines, but they all seem mundane.
Soul is going to ask Leaf for the key and see if that opens up the iron chest we found.
He'll hand both. Leaf has 2 keys at this point, so he'll hand
A regular
you both.
door key and a cat key.
Yep.
Yeah.
The cat key opens up the chest, and inside there is a small silk bag with 360 silver pieces, each one bearing Strahd's image. There's a second bag with 110 gold pieces. There is another one. Another bag. There is a wooden pipe that is carved to look like a wolf. There are 5 scrolls. They seem to be deeds of various properties around the area. All of them signed over to the Petrovna family, and all of them signed by Count Strahd. All of them
kind of died off
All
there.
of them signed by
signed
who?
Count Strahd. All of them are signed by Strahd himself, and appear to be very, very old.
Keep, please. I would like them all.
There is a book.
No, the wolf carving's mine.
There's a book that says "The Devil We Know" on it. There is a second book that says "The Grimmer of the Four Quarters," and that is everything.
Just to kind of speed this up, Soul is going to use one of his last spell slots to play Detect Magic.
Okay. The only thing magical that picks up is the book.
Not the wood carving?
The wood carving, no, but the granite wolf, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. No, wait, the granite wolf she has. Dang it.
How about
All
the
right.
bow?
The bow glows. It glows with what would that glow with? Glows with a type of magic to be determined as soon as it.
Wait, does Detect Magic tell you what kind of magic it is?
Tells you what school.
Oh, okay. Yep, you learn at school if magic, if any.
What was the amount of gold? I'm just gonna put that in the boot. I figure that way we can
Yeah.
know how
We'll
much gold
get
we
to it
have.
soon. Yeah.
Silver too, because we're gonna use.
I
want the
melt
silver,
that
I'm gonna use it.
down.
Yeah, I figured Nif was just gonna keep the silver, and then I could manage gold for right now in boot. Was it
Okay.
100 something?
110 gold.
110?
110.
And everything
Put it in the
except the silver to Ficus and give the gold to Bright.
Oh, you are so good to me. Look at all of this. Look at all of this content, chat.
Is someone putting? They can't see all of
I
it,
am-
Oh
unfortunately.
yeah, they
but-
can't read all of it. They'll only be able to read a little
I'm
bit.
putting it in our message though.
Thank you. And how about? Is it going in the loot boot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll dump it in right now.
Are we gonna
Let me do
leave
that.
the? What are they called? Are we gonna leave the deeds to Carl? He's got a sister he's gonna have to take care of now.
I would like to look at the deeds and see what they are.
Likewise.
I don't
you-
see why any family member should profit on this darkness that they spread throughout Borovia.
I would like to know, like, are they parcels of land within Valaki? Are they all grouped together? Are they all across Barovia?
They seem to be just different houses here in town and some farmland outside of town.
We could
Okay.
give it back to the farmers. Let them own their own land.
I think we should just take note of them just in case we go past them later. Maybe
the
more
drunk and the broken girl are most likely innocent.
Well,
shouldn't
not
leave them.
innocent, but not useful.
Fair enough. But
You want the
certainly
wooden
not
pipe, dude?
evil, is what I meant.
No. Yes.
You keep
Harmless.
it. I was hoping it was magical. It's not.
If
I
it's
put
the
just a
pipe
wolf,
in the
I'll take
boot.
it. Oh.
Anywhere it says walkthrough, it actually says.
Leaf is gonna take. He's gonna find some water in a pitcher, even if he has to go back down to the kitchen.
Yep.
And like he would have pulled the bow out from under the stele, but at some point he wants to get water and just like pour it over the top of the stele because he doesn't want to touch it. It's disgusting, but he definitely wants to try to read it.
Okay. Go
So
ahead
he'll
and,
take as
Yeah.
much time as that requires to go about doing that.
So as you start taking a look at it, you see that this stele is covered in images of wolves. They seem to be chasing deer of some kind. You see images of arrows. There doesn't seem to be a language of any kind. It just seems to be these various images etched into it. And there has been a deliberate effort to damage it without.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Do these wolves look familiar to the wolf that I had seen in one of my dreams?
They're fairly nondescript wolves.
Okay.
As you finish rinsing this off and taking a look at it, you just feel a warmth in your gut. Nothing more than that.
Dude,
Right. So it feels like it's. I think we've found everything that'll help us from this place. I think it's time to go.
when Solaire was detecting magic, did the stele have anything?
I suppose in Dungeons and Dragons, yes, it would, but it would register as a
A
not
different
divination.
a
The source
divination.
would be divine.
Interesting.
But you
Seems
do
that,
seem
it
to have
seems
found
that
hope.
the denizens of this realm are not so keen on wolves. Or perhaps they're trying to dominate them? Or conquer? I'm not sure. Any thoughts?
Personally, no.
It's obviously a recurring theme around here, with first the ones in the death house with the, and I like motion to the dog, baby soul, and to actual soul of like they have wolf heads from armor that we got, and it's like the wolves are everywhere, but it's, I think it's just a symbol of power here in Barovia. The wolves are a sign of those who can go out in the night and those who are safe from Strahd.
Right? For as long as you've ever known, the wolves have served.
The wolves are what now?
For as long as you have ever known, the wolves have served Strahd.
That's what I said. I read my homework.
Interesting. So they are subservient in some way. Well, should we search the lower floors? Or do we think we've found everything we will?
I want to try and tame a cat. I'm so sorry. I just need to do this one thing.
Single animal handling check is the only
Okay,
chance
cool.
you get.
13?
13. These cats do not like people, they do
A
not like
shame.
you, and you get scratched for your efforts.
A shame. Okay, fine. I'm good to go.
Is there actually wine on this? Is that like a
Not
rack of
anymore.
wine?
It's in the loot boot.
So, 4 bottles went into the loot boot, the other ones there are empty.
Okay, never mind. As long as we got some of them.
Okay.
Anything else in the Petrovna house?
I have all of the papers. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think we accomplish what we came for.
Yeah.
Do we
I
have
wanna-
everything that we need?
If there's a deed to this house amongst those 5 scrolls, I will leave it, but I want to take the rest of them.
Yeah,
Just
there
to
is a-
see.
That was one of the properties. You have 4 deeds.
Yeah, so I will leave the deed to this house on the desk, do a last once over because I didn't actually look at it. I was looking at the statue. Don't find anything else? Cool. We good.
So everyone makes their way out of Petrovna House. The,
Where
uh,
And as we walk out, we notice smoke rising from the second floor.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you do.
yeah, there's no doubt that you would.
Why'd you
Yeah.
leave that dude again? I guess it's useless now.
Yeah, as soon as it was clear that we had everything that we needed, and I was in a library, I absolutely left the torch there.
Slo just looks at you like, really?
What?
Oh. You turn orphans into homeless children.
I mean, to be fair, this wasn't exactly a good place for them to be. There's feral cats everywhere, there's creepy dolls. If you send them to the orphanage, they're safer there.
They could at least sold the house.
Both of them were of age.
Oh yeah, the deed to that place just burned, didn't it? Ficus will say as she's like using control flame to like pull flames closer towards the group. Just like burning through the house. Be like, oops.
Oh, well.
So as
You get me, Fig.
as all of you leave the
Okay.
burning Petrovna
is
house
fine.
behind, it doesn't take too long for shouts to start ringing out as people start running to this house in town to try and contain and put out the fire. There's yells, enough chaos begins to ensue quite quickly where you're able to slip away without being noticed. There's a sense of, I don't know if you'd call it accomplishment, but a sense of it being over from the now. And for the sake of a brief break, we're going to take a very short break. All of you can decide where you're going to go, and we will be back in probably 3 minutes. At the most, we'll try and be back right at 10:30, so maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So we will see you very shortly.
We'll be back.
And thank you for giving us that brief break. I hope that you got up, stretched, and got something liquidy and watery to drink. We left off with the group leaving Petrovna House, smoldering behind them. And as you walk away, you see a single doll that looks just like the ones upstairs. It seems to have fallen at the front door and is just laying on the porch as you leave.
I didn't realize we were gonna burn this house to the ground.
Ficus
I
would want to
assume-
like control flames down to that doll.
Okay.
Ficus is not messing around with that thing following us.
Why are
So
so
as-
many buildings so easily flammable here?
As you walk away, the chaos ensues and you can slip to wherever you're going. So that's the question. Where are you going?
No, we want to make sure that doll burns first before we
It
leave.
does, yes.
Okay.
The
Perfect.
doll catches fire.
Back
All
to the
is-
orphanage.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
got things to do.
I think just like, especially just to check in on Yeshka. Like, that's Ficus's main reason for wanting to go back to the orphanage. I don't think she would just be like, deuces.
Yeah, you know where Uther wanted to go, and if he can't, then he would go to the church with the angel lady to finally have that conversation.
Same place.
Yeah.
So we're all
The
going there.
church is the orphanage.
So, do you want to do your detour before you go to the church or after? Uther?
We'll do it before.
Yes, good.
Okay. You walk by any number of shops selling any number of different kinds of things. Looking for anything particular? It looks like everyone's getting ready
thought
to
it was the
close
middle
up.
of the night. Didn't we go
No,
there
it's not
late?
the middle of the night. It's just now night.
Oh, I totally misunderstood that.
We came here at dusk. It was
So
like
there was a conversation of whether to wait longer or not, and the decision was to go in immediately.
We need to find arrows.
So I'm gonna go to a shop and I'm looking for someone that may have magical weapons or may be able to enchant weapons.
You see a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose that'd be a good enough spot
Yeah.
to stop the check.
If he can't do it, he'll be able to tell me who can.
So you open up the door to go in, and just as you are opening the door, you see the shopkeeper. She's about 6'5", and
Pretty sure.
massive across the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair's tightly braided into two pigtails on either side, short pigtails, and she has a thick leather apron on as she goes, I wasn't expecting anyone else today. Can I help you?
I certainly hope that you can. I've had an issue where when he takes out his axe, this hasn't been going as deep into the chest and heads of my enemies as I would like. I was hoping that someone with a magical touch might be able to remedy this for me.
I'm no apothecary or doctor. I can't tell you how to swing that any harder.
Oh,
Is this a problem you have often?
this is no problem with the swing. My form is excellent.
1 in 5.
The problem is, I'm dealing with creatures that seem to be unnaturally tough.
This is Borovia. Fighting things usually results in death, so I commend you for making it this far.
I keep hearing that. Can you help me or not?
I mean, I can silver a weapon with appropriate amount of silver, but
And
other
how
than
much-
that, it's,
And how much silver would that require?
it takes 100 silver. Do a
Easily.
single blade.
Easily done. 100 silver is how much now? That's
10 gold.
10 gold? Yeah, I've got that. So he just opens up his pack.
I'm
10 gold.
literally doing that at home.
This is
How quickly can you have this done?
this is gold.
Can you not use the gold to purchase silver?
Silver is hard to come by. The only silver coins in Barovia are stamped with Count Strahd's image. We usually deal in electrum or gold.
I see.
It may take me a few days, but I might be able to find enough silver.
And if you had the proper amount of silver, how long would it take you?
Well, it would take a few hours tomorrow, probably half a day.
I'll compare your skills with another. Do you know anyone that might be able to enchant items?
Oh. No, that catches the Dark Lord's eye very quickly, Barovia.
So I still have this power going.
Yeah.
Let's play with it a little bit. The Dark Lord won't be an issue for you any longer if you tell me the truth. Do you have the means to enchant, or can you show me someone that does?
She kind of shifts her posture a little bit. I don't know how you can make such a promise, but I'm sorry, I don't. I haven't even heard of a magic weapon in Barovia. No one has ever left but the Vistani.
Have you heard of any resistance to the Dark Lord?
She kind of looks around and she locks the door behind you. pulls the shades. There are some. Yes.
Who are they?
You're a stranger in a strange land. I can't just tell you such things.
I bring death wherever I go, and I'm currently headed toward the Dark Lord. If you would like to see me bring what is natural to me, then I would have you tell me what you know.
So again, solely because of the good table and her believing everything that you're saying.
I know.
Otherwise, no way in hell this is coming out of her.
Gotta use it while you got it.
She will look at you and say, yes, there is a group that has been working in secret for a very, very long time. There's a family of were-ravens who have been collecting information about Barovia, Strahd, as far as I know, for decades, trying to find a way to overthrow him.
And do you know the means for me to find these people?
Looks around. Make their home the Wizard of Wines.
I see. He gets up and he only takes back 5 of the gold. You don't know me. You've never seen me. But you will know when my work is done. And then he just unlocks the door and he leaves.
Odd, you hear as the door clicks behind you. The group of you, Uther catches up after his short stopover at a blacksmith shop. And as far as your arrows, Leaf, don't worry. I have not forgotten. I'll have that taken care of shortly. You make your way back to the orphanage, and unlike before, you get a much better view of the orphanage as you approach. Even now that evening has fallen, it seems brighter and full of more color than anything else around it. As you get near to the rose garden, you can hear some laughter coming from within, and each of you feel that warmth of life, light, and love as you pass that threshold. And it seems as though that light has extended all the way to the gate. And as you enter the rose garden, you can see that these previously dead roses, the petals have fallen away, and at their center is a bud of a new flower that's beginning on each of those plants. Uther, as you cross that threshold, there is a tightness and heaviness that you feel in your throat that pulls against this light. And it takes you a little bit of effort to push forward. And you can feel that weight down your throat and into your lungs and into your chest as you push by. Get in.
Do we see him like kind of struggling right now?
Make an insight check.
Cool.
And
This'll
Uther, are
go
you
well.
actively trying to hide this, or is it something that you are...
Oh, I don't care who sees.
Okay, then if you don't care who sees, you don't even have to roll. As you cross, you just by chance glance over to see Uther, and you can see this, not a pained look, because it isn't something, you probably haven't seen Uther show pain on his face. It's more like frustration or
Annoyance.
annoyance. And he moves just a little bit slower through the gate than the rest of them.
Phil turns to him and say, "You don't like flowers?"
No, I don't. I'm allergic.
Insight check. Is Uther allergic to flowers? I need to know.
I rolled a 10, so I'm assuming I'm gonna take him at his word.
Also
It's-
terrible. Just ignore me.
It sounded sarcastic, but you're not sure.
Okay.
Everything he says sounds sarcastic or threatening, or both.
Ficus will give him like a good pat on like the side of the leg and just kind of like be very happy to be amongst flowers and living plants. Kind of like a there pat, seeing as Uther is significantly taller than she is.
Unfortunately, I don't have
She
to
can't
say-
like really give like a pat on the back or something like that.
He just kind of shakes his head. It just barges in. not being respectful to this place, Al.
Why?
As
I'm-
many of you pause to kind of reflect on Uther's maybe reticence or annoyance, he ignores you, walks by, slams the door open, and inside you can see Sister Belasco and Irina are still talking up next to the altar. Milovana is next to Yeshka, comforting her over on the bench. And you see Stella and Carl off on the other side. And I'm not going to populate all these NPCs, but there's a number of people here in this chapel that serves as the entryway into the orphanage itself. When Sister Belasco is in her normal 50s tight bun orphan matron look. And as you enter, the door slams open. She looks up. Ah. Well,
I need to talk to you.
how convenient. I'm happy to talk with you as well. Irina, come. They approach and meet you in the middle.
Away from the failure.
What?
Private. He says away from the failure, looking at Irina.
Sister Belasco will kind of look maybe a little concerned, but she's just talked to Stella and Carl. She sees Yeshka back, has pieced a lot of the story together before you got here, and yes, my office here is fine. She'll escort you into the office.
Okay. He closes the door behind them, puts his axe down, puts his sword down, and just kind of sits. Doesn't say anything for a moment. This place, it hurts. Why?
This place is protected. It's blessed.
From what exactly?
From the darkness that's inundated this land. This is one of the few places that I truly believe Strahd cannot go. He cannot see. He does not know. His hatred has railed against this place for decades, but he doesn't know what to do about it.
So in all of Borovia, the one place that he can't get to is here. Why?
Centuries ago, Andrels and I came to slay him. We thought we succeeded, but we failed. I have been using my powers ever since to protect this place.
Centuries.
Yes? I believe I'm at 3 centuries here in Barovia.
You're a little quiet, DM.
Perhaps 3 centuries at Barovia.
So if you're stemming off the darkness, and I have difficulty being here,
It's a concern I had when you first entered.
I serve death, not Strahd.
I have trouble speaking to your motives. I do not know you well, but I know the touch of the Dark Lord very well, and it stains your skin.
Fix it.
Fix it.
Fix it.
There is a truth about Strahd, and vampires in general, an invitation, an acceptance, an exchange. It's how Strahd became Strahd. He traded the life of his brother for power. Have you traded anything since you've entered Barovia? Did you accept any gifts? Were you given any blessings?
Only by death.
And you think it's death that decides what happens in Barovia?
Can you look outside these walls and tell me otherwise?
When I look outside these walls, I see the touch of Lord Strahd. What is death to you, Uther Ururu?
The only power that matters. Where we all meet in the end.
But what is it that ends? Is it the body, the spirit, the soul? Tell me of what your people believe, Uther.
My people believe that we are given life to promote and enrich our clan. And when our time is up, we must give that back for the next.
So the power of your life fades but is renewed. The strength returns.
All things are finite.
Many things are finite. Do you know what happens when someone dies in Barovia? Their soul escapes. Throughout Faerun and all the world, before I came here, we understood precisely what happened with souls. I helped usher them to the various gods, the domains, the places where they would ultimately belong. There are some that would help the souls stay close to home and earth, to protect what they left behind. There are others that went to eternal battles between good and evil. There are some where demons came to claim the soul upon death, and I had to fend them off, sometimes winning, sometimes not. But in Borovia, when someone dies, the soul bounces back. It doesn't go anywhere. It's trapped. With one exception. When the soul is killed. Death is not just about your body, Uther. What if that return to your family, that strength that your soul would go to the clan, was instead stolen or fed upon? That is what happens in Barovia.
And the source of this madness is Strahd.
As near as we can tell, yes. We're not sure who the bargain was made with, but we know he made a deal. I've been doing the best I can to research. From what I found out, there has been a book collected about the history of Barovia. Only one that Strahd hasn't found.
Have you spoken to the were-ravens?
We know of one another. I believe they have the book. They speak of 3 fanes that existed long before Strahd. these beings that protected Barovia. They've been quiet for many years. I think maybe that's why we failed when we killed him. I think something is broken.
Whatever entity I've made a deal with, it has strengthened me. And it does not appear to have taken my will, as I still aim to remove the head and the heart from Strahd.
Many who are being fooled think that they understand. I'm sorry.
And what of your beliefs? What of your power? What good has it done outside these walls? A priest of Lathander. I felt his life snuff in my very own hands, and nothing came to protect him. Nothing came to stop it.
Who?
He gives the priest name, can't even remember it.
Oh, him. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not all who wear the vestments hold to the beliefs. I'm not certain what happened in the village of Borovia. But darkness has a way of creeping into many souls. And if you give in to it, then Strahd's control is complete. What is power worth to you, Uther? And is it really your power if you don't even know where it comes from?
As long as I'm the one swinging the axe, I don't care too terribly much where the power comes from.
Just remember, if you accept something given and don't know the terms, they could be collected at any moment. Be careful, Uther. Be careful.
What would you advise?
I would make no bargains in Barovia. I would trust in what you can see with your own two eyes. I would question gifts given without strings attached or explanations offered. If it's too good to be true, it's hard to say what you're getting. May we speak to the others as well?
Yes. I just have one last request, if I may.
Of course.
You have my word that Strahd will die. But you will watch my boy. He is not of the orphanage. He is yours. Do you understand?
That I can agree to, and I can assure you, this is the safest place in all of Barovia.
I will get him when I am done. And if I cannot walk these walls because of what was necessary to destroy Strahd, you will end this charade and you will put an end to me. Do you understand?
I would recommend that if you are planning on coming back, that you not give in to such a morose future. Find a little light to hold on to, Uther. Just enough to see the next step.
I'm afraid that I can't do that. I'm giving it to you. Then he gets up and leaves.
Okay. While they're having this conversation in private, the rest of you are there with Irina. She will look to you and say, Did all go well?
Ficus did not go inside. She is
Okay.
outside in the garden currently.
I mean, it ended in arson again, so I'm not sure if he really thinks that it went well. But mostly, I have a question. For the rest of our friends first. Are we staying here tonight? And if so, are we staying here tonight, or are we going to find like a place to stay?
So
Because I have some work to do, and I would like to get to work while we talk. Okay?
I believe we'll be welcome here. And it's better than paying for an inn.
Excellent. I rip the patch off of the row of useful items that is smithing tools, and I
Yep.
just set the anvil down, and I just start silvering weapons right now while we talk.
In the altar room? Good.
Yes.
He looks over, he's like, is there a proper place for her to work?
I asked you if we were going to stay here, or somewhere else, and you said here, so this is what we're doing now. If you don't like it, move my anvil.
I didn't mean right in the room.
Mm,
This is a place
I
of
asked.
worship.
What is a better worship than preparing weapons to get rid of the Lord?
Oh my God, Lord.
Irina will say, It's almost nighttime, and
Oh,
Quite
it's
frankly-
well past nighttime, but this job needs to get done.
this is further from where everyone sleeps anyway. So for the rest of this, and Uther, at some point in your conversation, you start hearing a ting, ting, ting.
Well, first I gotta like melt the silver and stuff, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
It'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
a little bit.
Oh,
Was
I got-
Leaf
I got
able-
Toby in one hand. We're just prepping everything. We're good.
Go ahead. Where was Leaf?
Was Leaf able to get some arrows?
I will deal with that with your new bow.
Give me your arrows right now. Give them right now. We're doing yours first.
I only have a few. Well, here I hand back the ones you had given
Thank you.
to me, and the few that I had. So I think it's a total of 10 that I had. No, 8.
Did you have all of
8 arrows.
Ficus's? Because I don't think she was planning on using them, so I think she gave them all to you.
Oh, because I had originally said I would only take 5, so I currently have 8. So whatever you had before, I think you had said you had 10.
Yep. So I must have given you.
So let's
Five?
say there's 12 right now. Oh well, technically be 13, but
Technically, but that's math.
Technically.
So, Irina's going to look at you. Arson, I suppose, isn't ideal, but okay.
yes, I constantly find myself questioning the morality of my companions.
Sometimes things do need burned down, Leaf.
I completely concur.
In the background, Bright is just like
Sometimes.
wringing fire out of her hair to make this
Right.
crucible to make these things.
Sometimes that's true. There are many seeds in the forest that require fire to sprout anew. However, wanton destruction can also be wrought with fire. They are not the same forces, are they?
Did you set wildfires, or
Where did that fire actually come from?
what do you think?
Okay. Yep.
Sister Belasco and I have been speaking since you were gone?
Yes, I would like to know more about that.
Well, we've decided that what has happened is I actually have 3 souls
The
in me
spirit
right
of
now.
Saint Andral, yes.
So Andrels' soul lives within my own soul, and then someone named Tatiana.
Well, would it actually be someone else's, or is it just her soul recycled again? Because really, that is how things work here.
So
Anyways, yes, that makes sense.
you can call me Irina. I
Mhm.
still have my faculties, it seems. Andrels seems more powerful. She comes out on occasion, I suppose. But Tatiana feels cold and afraid in a corner somewhere within.
Did you notice that it's the time at the gates when we were trying to leave past the town of Barovia? That is what he called you, you know. He called you Tatiana.
Yes, that name definitely strikes a memory.
She reaches up to her scarf kind of absent-mindedly at her neck. It's not the first time he has called me that. The day before you arrived, well, the night before, Strahd came into my room and bit me. He charmed me. I had no idea what was happening. I woke up tired, exhausted, in fact, with my father dead. I don't know what changed or why that night or what prompted any of this, but I'm afraid.
How many days ago was that?
6-ish. Somewhere around
Ish?
6.
Oh. It wasn't the exact time that we entered Barovia, was it?
Oh no, yeah. So
Okay.
it was the same time you entered Borovia. That
beans.
night where you stayed in the
Cool.
at the stele with the spider webs
Fun.
would have been the night that
Thanks.
she was bit and her dad died.
Cool. I'm gonna keep that bit to myself. Not gonna do that math in front of her. Yep, this all makes sense, yes.
Can you tell us more of the history of this land? We're trying to understand what this all means. We were sent by the seer to find 3 items. We have no idea to where to even start looking for them.
Well,
We
I
need
was
to
actually
know
thinking
more.
about
so-
that. What about your bow? Could that be one
Yes.
of them?
Well,
We were told to look for a weapon.
somehow I don't think this is the weapon.
Just a sub.
It could be, but I need to spend time with it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Solaire says it's magical, so
Yes.
can you tell us more about it, Bright?
Probably.
Does Bright have identified?
Magic weapons, you know that after a long rest.
Well, Gregory
And-
knows that, but Leaf has no idea.
I do. I would have to stop blacksmithing to cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
know
I've
that
I
been
don't
out
need
of
it right
spell
now.
slots for 3 sessions in a row.
Ritual
You-
casting is cool.
Fine.
you could just absent-mindedly tell him to just rest with it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Fair enough.
I could absentmindedly tell him that. Instead, I will go on a very long-winded academic explanation of why your spirit needs to bond to the magic of a weapon in order to attune. Just like all this, just like very pedantically, but also very like working busily still. Kind of just peppering a lot of smarts into ya.
So while Leaf just got sucked into a Skillshare he did not sign up for.
Sorry, not sorry. I'm.
All good.
So he's just gonna leave his warhammer beside the anvil.
Yes, I will take that and work on that too if you would like. Is this the ones that you would like? I have silver to do enough of now, probably a lot. Yes?
I'm just gonna leave it there and just
Cool.
nod to you. He's gonna walk up to Irina and say, if it doesn't trouble you, may I speak to what's her name? Arendelle?
Angels.
Andros.
No,
Well,
this ain't frozen there, buddy.
sorry.
It
Yeah.
could be. Let us have it.
You want to talk to an angel?
Your
Come on, let's go and pray.
That came too easy.
I know. I'm a bard.
your friend had asked about what cards that you were given, quests you were given. About that time, Uther and Sister Belasco come out that door beside all of you, and Irina says, "Sister Belasco has. Well, I think she's the best one to explain this." Sister will walk out with Uther. Or Uther will walk out, and Sister Belasco will follow shortly after. She'll look over all of you and say, If you'd sit down, I think I can give you the history that you want.
Please.
I think I can explain to you much that you might be missing.
Before that, GM,
Whoa!
I would love to know how Yeshka and Milovana seem to be getting along.
They're quietly crying together in a pew on the far side of the temple from all of you.
So, sister, is there nothing that can be done for poor Milovana? I tried, but sadly my skills are not strong enough yet. The poor woman was aged years before our eyes.
Decades, it seems.
Yes, I believe it can be reversed, but I cannot do it yet myself.
Like many things in Borovia, so long as the Dark Lord lives, that darkness shall remain. When she came, I could see his touch all over her. I can't undo that, even here, until he is no more. Then I do have a spell that I think could help. We tried immediately when she arrived, and it had no effect. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Please, tell us your story. And Leaf kind of dejectedly sits down in one of the pews. He just looks frustrated with himself.
300 years ago, Angels and I came to slay Strahd. In life, he was a prince, a conqueror. He was revered for his successes, renowned for his battle, reviled for his brutality. He watched his father die a slow death in bed, suffering a long illness, and vowed not to suffer that same fate. So he went conquering and killed the last of his enemies here, in this valley. He stretched the coffers too thin, though. The family fortune was lost, and his brother and mother had to come here to live. She died on the road, and a bitter young prince became all the more bitter. Tatiana, a young Barovian, showed interest in him. And we thought that maybe this might ease his soul. We had been keeping an eye on this conqueror for some time. Lathander spreads the light, and when there is a deep darkness crossing the land, there's concern. It seems Tatiana fell for his brother and not him. And he did not take that well. He killed his brother on the wedding day, drank from his slit throat in front of all the Barovian court, and chased after his brother's fiancée. Tatiana threw herself off a balcony at the back of the castle rather than suffer whatever it is Strahd had in mind. And the Barovians filled Strahd with arrows. He didn't die that night, though. It's then that Andrels and I believe that his pact with something greater was enacted and honored. He became what he is now, a vampire, a dark lord, a monster. In the decades that followed, he purged the native religion of this land, the worship of the three Fey Fanes, the Seeker, the Huntress, and the Weaver. Desecrated their shrines and holy places. And I think now, with these years that we've been able to consider what went wrong, I think that him silencing the Fanes has given him a greater power. I think that if they are restored, he can be destroyed. There's two things that will kill him, because we did kill him. St. Andrew's sword and her holy symbol. Those two items will help greatly. You have a question?
The three Fey Fanes. Is one of their shrines by the windmill?
There were shrines here, and there was one by the windmill, yes. Yes, there was.
What are the... You keep going. Right.
How could we restore them if we know where they are?
I'm not sure. It seems something was stolen from them.
What?
Maybe the ravens know.
Okay.
Well, what are the symbols?
The ravens.
Do you remember the stones by the windmills? They were covered in everything. The eyes and ravens on one, spears and teeth and wolves on the next, and spiders and hands and yarn. So the Seeker, the Huntress, the Weaver.
So
And
what-
like she's taken out her notebook and is like placed it across her anvil and is like writing more and like flipping through stuff, much like I myself am right now.
So Soul turns the leaf. He says the leaf.
Corn dog's got me.
The letter we found in that house said that she held a bowl of his enemy. I believe you found the first symbol that we need to restore these shrines.
The onyx bowl that had the foul liquid in it.
The bow of the hunter that's in your hands.
Oh, the bow. I was thinking of the bowls, the offering bowls that we found at each of the
Yes,
shrines.
that the hag was using.
Bow.
Oh yeah, forgot all about those.
You may be
I
right,
haven't.
Solaire.
Still bitter.
I can't tell you how to restore the Fanes. We simply don't know. The Keepers of the Feather, though, might know. It's what they call themselves.
Leaf pulls out a raven feather with a white streak in it that he keeps inside of his jerkin, and he just kind of like twirls it in his fingers, and he says, "Ravens, you say?"
Yes. Bear their symbol. Do you know them?
Perhaps, but I am still new to this land. He sticks it back inside of his shirt and says, "Where would we find these individuals?
At the
And how might
winery.
we know them?"
Yes, as your friend said. You can find them at the winery. The Mardukov family. I believe they're the last of the Keepers of the Feather.
They've been collecting information on the history of Strahd for some time now.
I believe they've put a book together that will help.
The book. The book of knowledge. Fantastic. Well, do we know where we might find the sword and the holy symbol?
I cast locate object.
Out of spell slots at the moment, but if you want to start ritually
Yeah,
casting
you're
it,
right. It's the only thing that's stopping us. I need a nap.
Sorry, what was the name of them? The Lord of the Feather? What is it? The
Keepers of the
Keeper-
Feather.
The keepers,
Keepers
of the feather.
Thank you. I'm writing all it in our loot boot notes.
The sword, a symbol, and a book.
Yes,
The book will give you the knowledge you need to keep him dead. The
we
sword
used
and the
that
symbol
for
will
my
kill him.
grandma's already.
So we know where to look for the book. That is a start. Do we have any idea where we might find the symbol or the sword?
Hey, it's like we all had prophecies told to us about these things. Hope y'all write it down.
I'm sorry, they've been scattered for centuries. I couldn't possibly find them. If you find a means to, if you uncover where they're hidden, they could end him. That I know for certain.
I assure you we will find them or die trying. Or at least, I will. I should not speak for my companions.
I caution you, don't make the mistake that Angels and I did. Restore the Fanes first. Or you may just risk enraging him.
Do you have any suggestion where we might find guidance in that regard?
The Keepers of the Feathers book may help. You could visit the shrines. They might have hints.
Well, it
For all
seems
we know, the Fanes still walk among us. Don't know.
seems our path is clear. Perhaps we can resolve two issues. Find this book, and in fact, we might even resolve three. Find allies in this fight, find information about restoring the Fanes, and acquire this book of knowledge. I don't see any other course but to head to the winery. Do any of you?
I do not disagree. But I think finally we deserve a night of rest.
Absolutely.
And I don't think Bright, yeah.
Y'all are gonna have a long nap because I'm making all of you weapons and then I need my spell slots. Okay.
I don't think there's anything more I can say to help at the moment.
A simple question. Where would we find provisions for our journey? We'll need supplies for the road as it is, food and such.
The kitchens here can provide.
You are too kind.
You're welcome to stay for the evening. I feel that you have a long day ahead of you tomorrow.
I would be grateful for time to meditate in the garden.
It's open to you. As for the rest, I will show you places to lie down or places you can stay. We can talk more in the morning. It's beginning to get late, and I think rest is what's best for now. I feel you've brought just a little bit more light to Barovia than was here a few days ago. I hope that you can spread that light. I hope that it will dispel this darkness. I hope that this light is in the right hands. And that is where we will pause for the evening.
Woo.
So thank you, chat, for hanging out and joining us as we worked our way the rest of the way through the Petrovna house and pieced together these elements that the party have been holding on to for a while. If you have not been a part of one of these streams recently, do stick around because we will spend just a couple minutes, probably 10 or 15 minutes or so. I don't think it'll take too much tonight to decompress, chit-chat, open it up to any comments, questions, concerns, conundrums, or qualms from the players or chat or anyone else. So, any thoughts from anyone?
So many.
Chat, if you have any questions, I'll keep an eye on it. So ask.
Yes, please.
I know what Uther's gonna do first thing next session.
Okay.
Before he takes his long rest, he's got some words that he's got to say to Toby to make sure that Toby believes him.
Oh,
I can't wait for that scene.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't Toby an infant?
Toby's.
yes.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It's important, okay?
Well, yes. I'm sorry. I have an infant, so I just imagine this conversation being a bit one-sided.
But does it not mean a lot to you whenever you speak to your baby?
Yes, very much.
Yeah, I haven't
So-
left my kid anywhere, so I haven't had this exact conversation. So
Fair.
Honey, I don't think
Oh.
I don't think anybody's had the "now baby, I'm leaving to go murder the king of this land" conversation with their child ever.
That's a new conversation.
That's a
Breaking
very
new ground.
specific niche conversation to be having.
I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Mandalorian.
Yeah. Purple Phil pointed out that's a lot of Strahd lore dump.
You
I was a
bet
little-
it is.
I
Yeah.
was a little worried about the Strahd lore dump, which is why I wrote it out and then summarized it when she spoke.
Mhm.
Well done, sir.
So did that work out all right?
I mean, Leaf really needed that. He was going.
So
I think of Leaf kind of a little bit of it as like an investigator of sorts. Like he wants to find clues and information helps him feel like he's got a handle on things. So that was huge for Leaf.
yeah, the thing that's always a fear of a DM is how to get information across to players when I've been reading a book multiple times for months now and trying to remember what you as players know, what the piece, what your characters would know even if you don't know it yet, and then how to bridge that gap in some way. So the exposition dump was kind of an inevitability at some point, and it's always something DMs fear. The advice everyone always gives is, well, put little pieces here and there, in
Okay, then we'll
regular
forget
conversation. But no,
We'll forget it by then.
Or it gets glossed over and missed.
Yeah.
it's easy to gloss that stuff over. It's over to miss it. There is almost in my mind at least, a rite of passage of the lore dump in an adventure. It's like, okay, this is where, even though we as players know what's going on, now the characters have the full story, so to speak. So I hope that came across well. So I'm
Oh,
a little
yeah.
Yeah.
I
nervous
loved it.
about that.
It was
And I
also
really
great
love that it
because-
came from Sister Belasco because it's like,
Yeah.
on a lot of different levels, I feel like she's the ideal person for us to kind of look to a little bit for guidance, for a couple different reasons, and probably each of our characters would have maybe their own reason.
So
I don't really care about her.
there, when it
Like,
came
yeah,
She's
whatever.
got the kids. Of
when it
course
came
you do.
to
Yeah, but I'm
Sister-
coming back for the kids, so it's fine.
when it
Right.
came to Sister Belasco and Andrels, I had a little bit of an issue because I had, and this is, and I don't mean to exclude it. Oh, and Purple Phil asked a question. I'll get to that in a second. I didn't do planning excluding any characters, but when I was thinking how to change them into what would be most helpful for bringing the group together, I had to figure out a duo that would impress both Soul and Uther in some way.
Uther?
Yeah. So there had to be some display of power, some display of success. They did kill Strahd, even though he got back up.
Right.
They are protecting children, which has been Uther's, guiding force from the beginning, is protecting his kid.
Yeah.
There is the overt display of power of a divinity, even if he doesn't believe in them. So that, and I knew that with Soul, just making it a Deva of Lathander would be enough to, trigger that. And honestly, getting you two as characters lined up in a way has been not a challenge, but it's been a consideration for different things.
I would say it's worked out very well considering because, and I'm glad we timed it well enough that Uther got to have his talk because, I mean, I bet we want to get into how Uther felt about the idea that finally it came around to, was death the one leading me? So
I imagine he still needs time to process it too.
Yeah. So I feel like that came around at a great time.
Noir, did it work out all right?
He got quiet, so I was like waiting for him to cut in and interject.
Yeah, normally you throw hands by now.
I want to see where you guys were gonna go with that. So the issue is the good card that played today, which is it was another wave of power from the dark, and he pretty much stated his belief, which is, if I am being supercharged by Strahd, he hasn't stopped me yet with it, and he fully believes that that's gonna be Strahd's mistake, is thinking that he's a puppet, and he believes that he is not. He understands that he's going off the deep end at this point, and he needed to make sure Toby was somewhere safe, because Toby was that last little bit of good, and now it's whatever I have to do to kill Strahd, I'm gonna do it. If I it really is. If I have to OD on this super dark energy juice, let's get it done. Because the most frustrating thing about all this is that it doesn't end. Like, he's been watching everybody in this situation, like everybody in Barovia, and they just eat it. Like, they just take it. And that's the thing that's just like, not my boy. And everybody's tried, he's heard the story of warriors trying to fight with light. And, the one place with Lathander, he saw that really kind of, marred him. That, maybe the light isn't the tool that we need to be using here. And he respects the light, but it's just, that's what everybody's been using according to what he's heard. So maybe the only way to beat a Strahd is to replace a Strahd, is where he's coming at this from.
I'm so afraid of you. I'm not afraid of Uther. I'm afraid of you.
I think maybe not a perfect segue, but I don't want to lose Purple's question. Doing lore dumps like this, where you get a whole lot of information, and in a lot of ways, our talks after can become lore dumps for our characters and what we're thinking, and where everyone's at and how they're processing what's going on. But Purple had asked, have you ever done a fake lore dump? And as I think of the different lore that I have passed out, so I give a lot of stuff to
fake lore dump to me like 3 sessions ago.
Okay, no, that's a really good example. It's actually an excellent example. So yeah, about 3 sessions ago, when the party went to the to Aragal's Vistani camp, that same day, maybe it was the day before, I
Yeah.
sent a big dump to Niffer about what Bright would understand about
It's like,
a
this is
what we
how
call
Vistani do things. They never kill people. They just send them out into the world saying, you can't be part of our family until you shape up. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we go into this session. It's like the entire party's like, oh, that guy's holding a knife to that guy's head. And I'm like, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Just let it.
So that's, Purple. It's a perfect question because yes, it did come up. It wasn't a fake lore. It wasn't even the example of Obi-Wan saying Darth Vader killed Luke's father. It's not even that kind of like, oh, metaphorically he did. Now we're going to retcon the fact that we didn't plan on doing 3 movies to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. No, it was intentionally told to Niffer so that Niffer would be able to see through Bright's eyes how it was supposed to work. Because when you do something like Dungeons and Dragons, there are shared rules that we are dealing with, and it's a shared story that we're both writing and sharing it. So there has to be expectations and surprises and those sort of things to get the message across. And having Aragol's camp literally execute a Vistani had a bigger impact on Bright as a character and Niffer as a player than if I had not shared that with them.
Yeah, we had 2 new children to adopt after that.
And it changed the way the game worked because yes, the plan was to drop those children off with Aragol, and that didn't happen.
Never leaving children with NPCs again.
Like, why would you say that right after I made the decision to leave my son?
Look, I am
haven't
supporting
told Bright
you
that yet.
in leaving the sun, okay?
Oh, no.
I've had that talk with you about how we do need to leave Toby here.
I do hope you all understand that you've been dealing with a somewhat emotionally stable Uther.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Right now, he's about to grieve the loss of his son.
Yep.
in a Uther type way. So I apologize.
I,
I'm gonna suplex the next zombie to cheer you up.
yeah, we're just gonna chuck all of the zombies directly at you so you can get out your rage that way, your grief that way.
Yeah, Uther is going to have a just a quick little powwow with his kid though, and it's
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be it's gonna be nice.
yeah.
It's gonna be nice, Uther. And then the madness kicks back in. And
Can't wait. Still haven't
and-
silvered your weapon, bro.
it doesn't matter at this point. What's funny
I
is
resent that, by the way.
I
that
know you were
went
so
to
mad.
Somebody else.
That
you were,
was
what's up, Corn Dog?
A
You
chew,
okay?
Are you muted?
No.
buddy.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Aw.
I know we're all kind of kicking it right now, but as the only parent at this table who has said goodbye to their kid,
I'm so sorry.
like I may have to step away when that's going on. I didn't know how badly I would be triggered by this, and I've just been like kind of struggling like the past 10 minutes. And for me as a player, like I know
I'm
what
so
Uther
sorry.
is kind of about to go through. So like I've been really invested in kind of Uther's story arc right now because I know what it's like to like know that there's better for your child outside of you. And so like while we're all kind of like kicking it, like joking around, I just need you guys to know where I'm at in this like after discussion because like it may come up like while Uther's having this conversation that like I need to step away for me.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm shaking really bad. Like it's
I
really
can- I
hard to be a
completely
birth
understand.
parent and to be like to put yourself in like the headspace of not being good enough for your own kid or that you want a better future that's outside of you for your child. And I don't think that people get to talk about that a lot in D&D and stuff like that. I think it's kind of like, oh, we're going to go kick Strahd's ass. But there's like a very real component that comes with leaving someone you love behind, whether it's like in a relationship, whether it's a parent-child kind of thing. So I do want you guys to know where I'm at, because I know that that'll be a big chunk of next session. But I also really appreciate this group and letting us have like this healthy kind of talk afterwards, so I can feel comfortable enough to not just like have a breakdown and run away. Having breakdowns on screen is not something I ever thought would happen to me. But I just want everyone to be aware that there is a very real PTSD aspect for me in this situation. It's not just, this is a make-believe kid. Like, I have a daughter that I can think about through this process. So, just so everyone's aware where I'm at, that might be a moment where I step away for myself and go cry really hard. And it may take me a while to come back. I'm going to try to stick with it and watch, because I really want to see it happen, and I'm really invested in this story. But if you guys just see me go, doop, headphones down, just know that I love you, I support you, but I also need to love me too.
I completely understand. I absolutely promise to try and handle this with the absolute most respect that I can. It's not a light storyline for me either. There are personal things that have informed my decision on everything involving Uther and Toby. I actually, in our own personal Discord, there is a song that means a whole lot to me. That if you listen to it and you read the words, you'll see that it's almost a perfect representation of what's happening in this bit of the story, and that's not an accident. I know Uther's not an easy character to get along with and everything, and I've made it that way because it is based on someone. And there's a little bit of catharsis that you get to have in D&D when it's not so much. I don't really give a crap about how much damage I do. I give a crap about the character and the layers in them and all that kind of stuff, and being able to play out things that frustrate me from the perspective of someone that frustrated me helps me empathize with that a little bit better. So I mean, just for a deeper insight, never had the best relationship with my pops. He was a not great kind of dude. And in this, I find myself relating personally more with Toby than Uther, in the sense that there are a lot of things that I was brought along for that I probably shouldn't have been. And this move is close to something that I would have preferred for me. Uh, and the words that Uther is going to say are words that I never got and I would have appreciated. So like I understand having an investment in moments in the game, and I absolutely will do my best to make sure that it's handled correctly, because I love you.
I think
I'm really
both
proud of
of
both of you.
Yeah, for entrusting that to us, for sharing that with us.
Yeah, I find the best D&D characters or best RPG characters in general are the ones where it's not stats but feelings. It's just like at the end of the day, if you're a wizard or a sorcerer, everybody can cast fireball, and if you min-max to do the best fireball, congratulations. Nobody's going to remember the best fireball ever. What people will remember is a character who had a deep and genuine flaw and may not have overcome that flaw, but worked their ass off to try. And that means more to me than anything else. That's why I love TTRPGs.
Very well said. And yeah, Court, I mean, whatever you want to do to be comfortable, that's a big part of why we have these conversations. Yeah, we're here to support you, support one another, and that's, if you want to keep an eye on the Discord, we can ping you if something once things have gone past that. So we'll talk about how to address that in between in the way that's healthiest and best for you as well.
Yeah, I may find a way to cover my lens. Get
That'd
one of
be
those
fine.
like slide overs or something like that. So that way I can have my meltdown in the background.
Hey, you know what? Just get you a
Whatever
snap
you
cam, become man of the
Ah.
year. Do whatever you got to do.
Oh god.
I don't want to see that thing have no.
That's creepier than the black eyes, I think.
Thanks
I
for
should
that.
just get a creepy doll and have her sit in my seat.
Okay, how about this? Is better.
No, that's better.
That is
That's
better.
Yes,
better.
that is
That
better.
is better.
I'm gonna need us all to cancel our plans from now until next session so that we can just have a live in-person hug for it. Cause Court, you need that. I want to come give you a hug.
That has been something that is very difficult with being online right now, is I just wanted so badly to give you a hug.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Really sweaty ever since the doll fight. I don't think you want to give me a hug. I was so excited about the doll fight and how creepy
was
it was that I
not.
just started sweating. And
I
was just
didn't
really
get to
into
have
it.
a single attack of the doll fight, and I'm very upset about that.
Oh, well, I feel the same
I'm
way.
sorry I started the doll fight.
And
No, you're good.
it ended so fast.
Yeah, so the doll fight was going to be a roll of the dice, and because you rolled 2 6s, it reduced the number of dolls in that room by 12. So the trade-off was, and this is one of those things where I looked at how to do this fight in a way that would work, because the dolls weren't particularly strong, but there were going to be a lot of them. But I wanted to trade it off. Okay, how can I balance this? So there'd be a bunch of dolls. So when you killed the Lady Petrovna doll, she would bounce to one of the other 20. So that was that D20 roll. And because 12 dropped out when you rolled a 13, she bounced to a different doll than the ones in that room. So you haven't seen the last of Lady Petrovna.
Oh.
Wait, was she that doll out front that I set on fire?
That doll's gone too. That was out. So there were actually going to be a total of a possibility of 19 in the room. The
I
minimum
kind of
dice
wish
roll
you
would have
hadn't
left
told
me,
us
but,
that. That would have been a fun.
It's. I
It'll
feel
still be
bad about the
spooky.
doll fight ending so abruptly for 2 reasons. One, she didn't fight in the basement, and you basically killed her without her moving. And 2, the doll fight ended after 1 doll got broken. So right now, it seems like the most anticlimactic, quote-unquote, mini-boss fight ever. So,
Fair.
I
She's
did
gonna
not
be
like
one
that.
of those dolls in the woods.
I
I
did
can
not like
feel
that.
That's even worse.
I did not like knowing that.
so there is an element of horror where knowing what something could be is
Yeah.
scary in and of itself.
Now we're constantly looking for it.
Well, now I'm wondering if those dolls in the woods are people she sucked the life out of so far and she turned them into her little dolls. And all of those beings we saw hung from the trees is people she's
Yeah.
collected.
I had
So that's
Well-
the theory going in my brain, and don't you change it. I
It's a
need this
good-
theory.
It's a good thing that Uther's about to need a lot of pinatas, and there will be some for him.
Oh my
Please
God.
fix them all.
If they
I'm not
all
going
come
to-
alive while we
I'm
go back
not
into the
going-
forest to leave.
I'm not going to help.
They just
That's gonna be all on
they're
Uther.
hanging and teetering, but then they just all turn at the same
Nope.
time to face
We're
us.
gonna be done with this train of thought now.
Well,
Are we
Next
break?
question from
Any-
chat.
anything else? If there's nothing else for chat, I think that there's not too much reason to go deeper than that on our end of things. So Purple, thank you so much for the questions,
Yes,
the
good
interactions,
question.
hanging around. It's always great having you and everyone else that has stuck around. I think that is it for us. Any last words from anyone? Everyone comfy?
I will be reaching out to you, Dane, about stuff that was going through my mind in session, not related to things talked about after session, because I have a lot of thoughts and I need to talk to somebody that's living in my belly.
Sure, we can definitely do that.
That's where I put
Um,
my deity, if you guys are
Oh.
wondering.
Okay, I was
Because
like,
when my deity came into Dane was like, he comes into your chest. I was like, he comes into my belly, and I'm just holding him in my stomach.
Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I'm
She
only
rolls
you,
around.
Ficus.
Only Ficus
Most
would put her
important thing
deity in
in
her
your tummy.
tummy.
That's perfect.
That's where her power comes from. That's where my power comes from. That's where hers comes from.
That's core power
Core.
right there.
Core power.
Wait 3 days.
Where the
Core.
Care Bear stare comes from.
Yep.
We can wait 3 days for this to wear off.
I need at least like
And
a
Ficus
day
hasn't
and a
told
half.
anyone what's going on yet, so.
I
Yeah.
need at least a day and a half for you to not decide to go burn somebody else's house down, because I need a spell slot back before we can be done with all of your silvered weapons.
I don't know. You gotta work. We got a bunch of deeds. Me and Uther could just run around town and check out those places.
Sure,
If they're
buddy,
all
cop
in
it up.
town.
I'm sure that would go well.
Yeah, and Leaf and Ficus can go on their own adventure.
Great.
Team Forest Twins.
That's
All
right.
right.
Party split.
Team party split.
And me and my metal dog will
Helps
stay here
planning.
safe. And when you come back, I will have an additional robot and probably some more cats.
And half a burnt town.
We are going
That won't
to.
be my doing.
To be clear, Leaf opened the windows so the cats could get out.
I was going to have it clear the cats escaped, and then it kind of got glossed over when I forgot you had to see the doll.
No
on the way
worries.
out.
I assumed that that's why you had opened the windows, was for them to get out.
100%.
Like, that was in my brain. I was like, perfect. Cats
Now,
are free.
Okay,
There you
so that's actually not
Valaki has a feral cat
specifically why
problem.
I didn't expect us to
Valaki.
burn the house down. I just wanted the cat. I didn't want the cats to die because they were locked in a room. So I figured they could come and go and do their thing.
Okay, but it would have been really, really funny if we had had a miniature cat of Leaf, like how we have a miniature robot of Soul and a miniature person of Uther.
I am
That would have
trying to
been
reduce
so
NPC time
Funny
once.
though.
I think Leaf would have hated all the cat jokes
It would have
because
been so funny.
I am already conflating characters into the same.
It was
That is
fun
it from
when
us.
Soul
go ahead,
asked
sorry.
Leaf. Yeah, it was just fun when Soul asked Leaf about talking to the cats, though. That
was-
was awesome.
It was great.
That was one of those little things where it's like, it's such a perfect thing and perfectly wrong. It's exactly what a 3-year-old Warforged might get confused
good.
about.
Mhm.
I'm really mad no one else thought to ask. So
Oh,
Makes
here's the
sense
thing.
that it was you.
I
It was
definitely thought
perfect.
to ask, but I was like, no Soul needs to ask this.
Ficus didn't think to ask. She just was like, no cats.
Yep.
Cats.
They're just cats.
wait, we have a cat-like man with us. We have cats here. Are they the same species? Like, why does he not have one with him? Like, maybe they can tell us where the bow is. Like, that's what went through Soul's head.
Yeah, I guess I have to
Good.
wait for 2 weeks to find out about this bow, too, huh?
Yep. I'll send you the stats in between so that you can look at those.
Oh,
As
Also,
for, oh
I
yeah,
have a quick question for Corndog and Gregory. Could you maybe send your card reading to me? Because I have
Okay.
both Uthers and Souls, and I would love to have all five
yeah.
so I can actually start picking them apart.
Mine's
Totally.
the end.
Yay. Mine was the beginning, and most of it is already in our group chat, but I would like the whole set.
Yeah, I was right before Irina.
Because
No,
I
I was right before
notes.
Ficus.
Yeah, you were the fourth one,
Yeah.
because that's all that we're missing.
I
Are those
gotcha.
dropped in
We're
chat
missing
on a
Ficus,
regular,
too.
or is there a way to make notes in Twitch so the chat can know those?
it's really tough to get large amounts of information to Twitch watchers. adventures.
You know
which
what
is
might be
why-
really cool is if maybe we put those on a pretty cool background and tweeted it out or something, or dropped it in the TPK Discord so people could come see it.
Mhm.
That too.
Probably even
Advertising. Come join us, guys. I'm good
Well,
at this.
I could
This-
actually probably do something like that. I have a little bit of graphic design, so
sure.
Oh, I was
I'm-
just gonna say put it all on one background and call it good.
no, not enough for me.
Okay, fine. Be extra.
I am always.
Okay, fine.
Sort of. I think that is then everything for the evening.
You're
We will
extra.
be back
That's all you need.
in 2 weeks. So we will be right here on TPK Roleplay. There will be lots of other things going on between now and then. Tomorrow is the Tyranny of Dragons game, which
Woo!
and Corndog are both in. And on Friday is our Rime of the Frost Maiden, which differs in that one too, along with a number of other wonderful individuals. Everyone has lots of great things going on. We hope to see you around, hope to see you in the Discord, and can't wait until we meet again. Until then, be good.